Hello and welcome to our final day of the season for the Australian High School League here for AEL. It's been an awesome season so far. Max, you've gotten to sit through a bit of it so far. How are you going, man?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited to be back just in time to kind of wrap up our first season here of 2022 in a nice, neat little bow. It's been the biggest high school event yet, more schools than ever before. And to think back to this time last year, where only 3 teams were competing, and now seeing the size of everything now where we had 4 full division of teams all competing to get to this day, it's been amazing the kind of growth that we've seen. And so again, kind of wrap it all up today to see who's going to be our biggest champion yet. I'm excited to get underway.
Yeah, I mean, growth is one of the biggest words you can talk about in the high school esports scene, isn't it? You want to see these guys really, really coming up strong. They are the future of our esports scene as well, so it's really good to see that kind of growth. Look, we have so many people to thank today, but let's get kicked off with just the thank you, the shout out to our sponsors here, Max.
Absolutely. Of course, you know, events like this would not be possible without the wonderful sponsors who have been with us along the way and along the way with these students for this fantastic journey. Starting, of course, with Acer/Predator Gaming. They are our presenting partner for the event. They are out there providing you with all your gaming and education PC needs, powering the high school league. If you're a high school who's interested about this, don't be afraid to go out there and contact them and see how they can help you set up your own sort of high school program within your school itself. Secondly, of course, is our federal government and education partner. That is moneymanage.gov.au. It is a website where you can learn all about managing your money and financial capabilities. So please go out there and visit moneymanage.gov.au, something that I wish I was starting to pick up at that high school age. Furthermore, our education partner, our second education partner really, is ViewSonic. You can upgrade your classrooms today with ViewSonic's large format of interactive displays and the new View Board software suite that has been provided by them. Again, do go check that out. See how ViewSonic can help improve your education environment. AOC is our monitor and gaming AOC monitors. They're our gaming monitor partner for this event. You can get the best gaming experience with their largest range of gaming monitors. Their latest range, so good, pixel perfect. It will improve your gameplay just by having that clear vision, because I don't know about you, Gex, but I know for myself, you know, having blurry vision is never going to help my, accuracy, help my decision making. You need that crisp, clear quality. Like,
frame rate.
Just think about the difference between driving in the rain and driving in a nice sunny day. That's what a good monitor makes. So a big thank you to AOC. And of course, our gaming headset partner, RIG Gaming or Rig Gaming. Experience the great sounds with Rig's gaming range of headsets. When you're playing your attack shooters, your attack FPSs, you got to hear those footsteps behind you. When you're playing your MOBAs, you got to hear your comms clean and crisp from the rest of your team. That applies to Rocket League as well. And you can't do that without a good gaming headset. So big thank you as well to RIG Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, Predator as our main sponsor as well. It's been so big a season. It's been so massive to just have these guys on board. So really, really big shout out to everybody supporting right now. But we're going to get into our games, and we've got an awesome one coming up. I know there were some people from the other high schools and stuff very excited about this first matchup as well. It's going to be a pretty good one by the looks of it. Our first one up, as I think I mentioned already, GSLC Gold versus JPC Oreos. I'm pretty keen for this one. I think we should get it underway, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to be jumping on the pitch any given moment just for the fun of tonight. We're going to be starting on Champions Field, but yeah, I think this is going to be a fun little match. Now, it should be worth noting, this is a double elimination bracket for today, and we're going to be starting in our upper bracket with 2 best of 3s for round 1 and round 2. After that, we will be going to our upper bracket final, and that's where the best of 5s will be starting. And then we'll go have a little bit of a break, perhaps, come back for our lower bracket final, and then our grand final, best of 5. What's different about AEL? Look, no bracket reset, no advantages for going through the winner bracket, except you secured your spot early. It's going to be 2 best of 3s, 3 best of 5s today, and then at the end, we will have our champion. So, word is being given to the teams. They should be jumping onto the pitch right about now. Once again, it will be GSLC Gold on the blue side. JPC Oreos will be in orange. And Gex, we are underway.
We are indeed. Let's check this one out. Game 1 of 5, best of 5, starting off straight away here as it comes away.
Yeah, and it could be a 2v3 situation by the looks of things, which is probably going to be difficult for JPC Oreos. But the thing is, when you have players like YOLO Brothers out there on the pitch, even though you might be at a disadvantage, YOLO Brothers is one of those players who can make that difference on their own. So I'm not necessarily writing off this squad right away, especially in the best of 3 environment, where all you need is a couple good bounces throughout the series to go your way, and all of a sudden you can find a victory. At the moment, though, a lot of space being given to both sides, sort of a feeling out process. You'd expect that in a game number 1.
Game number 1 already underway, and like you said, that 3v2 actually standing up pretty well so far. Almost a minute into match and no goals scored. You know what? I actually have not casted a game this season that wasn't a 3v2. So this is on brain for me. It's fine.
So this is your fault, is what you're saying.
Yes. It's the GexCast coming on.
That's all well and good. Ball water falling down in front of the net will be caught by Zonar. It's sort of strange in high school because this does happen sometimes where a team might not be together because of those other commitments, especially as we get towards the end of a term as well, all those big assignments coming through. And it's why one of the things that I always like to preach during high school esports is the importance of finding balance in the student's life between, your schoolwork, physical exercise, sleep patterns, and then, of course, finding time for hobbies, for sport, or in this case, esport. It's all about finding that correct balance. And again, end of term, sometimes studies in school takes a bit more priority over of the other aspects of these students' lives, and you'll get a situation where you'll get a 3v2, and it's a little bit unfortunate because it might put the rest of the JPC Oreos at that disadvantage. But again, YOLO Brothers, we've already seen them have some nice plays consistent on the aerial attempts. Teddy Taffy as well has been able to keep up. Yes, it's a disadvantage, but it's definitely not a crippling one, and JPC Oreos are still very much in this series.
Absolutely. I think actually they've had the majority of shots so far too, so they are pushing on the aggressive front, and that's what you need to do if you're in that two-man situation. You've got to change your play style. Getting up in the faces of your opponents while keeping that rotation is going to be really, really key for them. It's nerve-wracking here though. I mean, they do have that lower bracket chance, and that's not such a terrible thing when you think about the fact that there is no bracket reset at the end of this either, but definitely not where you want to be regardless.
No, it's definitely sort of that placement that you want to avoid. Now, I just want to get confirmation with you. When you're streaming or watching from your perspective, you have crowd noises turned off, yes, as Teddy Taffy gets the first goal.
Crowd noises, as in the cheering? No, definitely have the cheering on. I have the cheering on.
Well, I think that's where the April Fool's sound is going on. Do you actually hear crowd cheering right now? Because all
I'm hearing, yeah, no, I'm hearing just normal.
Maybe that's my game is... Okay, yeah, all I hear is just one guy in the crowd screaming because of April Fool's, haha, funny. And I'm glad that's not coming over the stream right now because, my goodness, someone needs to escort that egg out of the stadium. They are more of a distraction, I think, than a fan at this stage. YOLO Brothers going to be looking for a waterfall setup. Teddy Taffy not quite there.
There's always one bad egg, isn't there?
Yep.
But, yeah, no, not coming through on my end. So I actually haven't heard it yet at all. So maybe my game's just like leaving me alone. It's fine. KZ to the backboard. Tries to find the first, but it's actually the two-man team up first on this one. JPC Oreos are pushing forward very, very well here.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been winning a lot of challenges. The rotations, they've been a little bit deeper than I would like had they have had a 3v3 comp, but because of the 2v2, still very, very clean. But the important part has been the consistency. We haven't seen them break the rotation. We haven't seen them make that mistake. Even, if the 50-50 might not go their way, because of their deeper rotations, the next player is always there. So for a team of 2, they're playing absolutely in sync with each other, which is what you need to do in these types of situations. And unfortunately for GSLC Gold, they're kind of waiting for that mistake. They're kind of waiting for that misplay, and it just hasn't come. Even when they go for the bumps, you can see right there, it did cause some hesitation from YOLO Brother, but that hesitation is a result of clean communication out of Teddy Taffy. So right now, JPC Oreos, they're in sync. They're playing really, really well, and it's going to be tough to break this two-man line.
I'm getting Steam pop-ups. That's fun. I don't know why. I have only the game screen selected. Okay, I will have to fix that after this match. That's all right. We're on it. We're on it, Max. We're seeing stuff. We're picking up on it. It's fine. It's fine. It's a work in progress. We'll get there. It's coming away again. This is still only 30 seconds remaining now. It's a 1-goal game. Very low scoring affair, but I suppose when you've got one side standing up very well with only 2 players, how is that a save, Sonar? That's a brilliant touch to the post.
Yeah, but they're not out of danger just yet. Teddy Taffy had a chance to maybe take the shot to put it away. Instead, trying to bite KZ out of the box. They do so, but there's no third man to bang it through. Now, a chance for the 0-second goal. Defender misses, and that's going to go in. Tie ball game with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, not quite the 0-second goal, but I'm willing to call it that because that is about as close as it gets. Whew, they have kept themselves alive in this first game, and it is proving to be just as exciting as we were expecting. These guys matching up very well despite the 3v2.
Yeah, and with 0 seconds remaining, a chance to maybe put this away in regulation. YOLO Brothers actually gets the flick over both KZ and Mimum. Will find a second touch to Teddy Taffy. It's a 2v1 Zonar. Alone on defense, gets bumped out of the way, and it is done. Game 1 goes to the JPC Oreos.
I'm sorry, still in regulation time. How did they manage this? How did they pull that off without an overtime?
Fantastic goal right there, and that one was with the kickoff going against JPC as well. They had to concede so much space at the start of that 2-second play, but GSLC, they overcommitted, trying to end that one in regulation, left poor Zonar in the 2v1 situation. The bump didn't make contact, no, but there was enough pressure there for Teddy Taffy to escort that through. Fantastic goal from the JPC Oreos, and now they're on match point.
Let me just change a couple of things here that I forgot about. There we go. All right. That should be better now. Okay. All right. We're on this. We're on this, Max. We've got this.
Yeah,
and it's a good first game for us to get started on as well, because that was about as exciting as you get in regulation time.
And here we go. Things are about to get a little bit worse for GSLC. I'm getting confirmation from the JPC side. Their third member is coming back in. Someone has smashed the glass, and I think I hear that, entrance music playing. If this team is winning games already in the 2v3, you'd have to favor them as well coming into what could be now a proper 3v3 situation.
Well, yeah, that's definitely going to change things here. It's going to be a tough comeback, actually, if the 3v2 was that hard. It's definitely going to be a tough comeback here, but look, I think they're ready for it. I think maybe we saw a little bit of a slow start there, but we can see a pickup here from GSLC Gold. They just have to keep that pressure up. They can't give space to JPC Oreos because they are too good with that ball control.
Yeah, I have to agree, and the problem I can see happening, though, is like space was being given in the 3v2. I feel like adding another member now is going to give them less opportunities to kind of like shorten that space out, because if anything, we're going to be seeing a more aggressive Oreo side, which we're kind of already seeing right now. Like, they're challenging actually every single touch that GSLC is going for, and that's creating unchallenged touches like that from Teddy Taffy. YOLO Brothers nearly in position to find that first goal.
No.
Look, this is the power of the 3v3 right now, and it's the newcomer to the block, Swaz, who gets the first goal.
And it is definitely a strong start. Swaz, like you said, coming in fresh here. Doesn't seem to be coming in cold either, so it's a good sign for JPC Oreos and a worrying one for GSLC Gold. They struggled originally. They are going to have to step on the gas here.
Yeah, and I expect to see a bit more aggression coming from them. Again, something that's been lacking, I would say, from arguably both these teams, a bit more from the GSLC side. Where are the demos? Where's that physicality? For a team that's like clean in their rotations, as JPC Oreos have been throughout the series, you need to find ways to break it up, and I feel like getting that key bump, getting that key demo could be key. The problem is finding the confidence to go for that. When you're struggling in sort of field possession, touch possession, 50s not going your way, finding those opportunities or even committing to them becomes that much more of a high-pressure decision, and I don't know if GSLC is willing to make those calls.
Yeah, and especially when your opponents are actually already doing what we're asking for. JPC Oreos are starting up some physical game here. It was tougher to ask a physical game too much of JPC Oreos when it was a 3v2. Like, you can't take that time out of your rotation when you've only got 2 people. You have to get them back in defense, but there is no defense needed here. That gets just bumped up field. YOLO Brothers wins the low 50 there and just takes it long.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is one bad 50. It doesn't even matter where it is on the pitch. If the rotation is spread out far enough and you're not able to recover from that one man being out of position, that's GG. And in this situation, it's now a 2-0 lead in favor of JPC. Oreos nearly finding the third as well. Look, Gex, this team took 5 minutes to score 2 goals with only 2 members. Took them a minute and a half with all 3. I have a feeling things might get worse before they get better.
Definitely a possibility here. A little disappointing. I like the 1 3v3 I get to see, and suddenly there's a definite victor in our hands. There's room for GSLC to come back here, but this, yeah, I know this is Max. Stop giving me the bad news.
You know what? I should have come into the stream today with the little like asterisk, maybe, you know, like one of those warnings. All right, this is the final day. No longer do we have to necessarily sugarcoat everything and say, oh, it'll be all right at the end of it. No, you don't get second chances at the end of the day. No mercy should be shown. This is when these students realistically should be out for blood and should be looking to put things down and kind of get the job done. This is the end of that first term journey. Now, is it the end of the Rocket League journey? Absolutely not. But for today, this is do or die, and it's saves like that from YOLO Brothers that is telling me that at JPC Oreos, they are here to make that deep run.
Zona, I don't know how he didn't score that. That is an incredible save coming out there, and more pressure back onto them as a result now. But just to be clear, you do actually get a second chance here. That's actually a real thing. We have that.
Day. You have it
No,
in the event.
no, yes, in the event. No, there's no more days. This is the last day. Oh, shot nearly on target. Zona just barely escapes own goaling that, and Swaz is going to put that up off the backboard to try and find a teammate again.
Yeah, we watch YOLO Brothers now going for a late
my
busty.
goodness.
That's gonna go in, and if we wanted a highlight goal, we got one. YOLO Brothers, the Season 14 GC reset into the musty, into the net. Oh, that is beautiful.
I can't believe in our first series today we've already seen a reset musty coming out. This is incredible. Game 2, and we are already seeing this go the distance as far as skill goes. YOLO Brothers is going to sit back and let that one go. There was only him back there, so he had to be careful on that front. Could have let a free one get away to GSLC goal, but just like the rest of their skills, their patience is up to par. Oh my goodness, a little bump play there. YOLO Brothers gets the fake, the wave dash to collect the ball again and just takes it upfield.
And that happened because Zonar's hesitation. You saw Zonar was coming in to take the shot, but with YOLO Brothers with possession after that play we saw before, after the unforced error defensively that kind of put them on the back foot, I don't think the confidence was there. Zonar hesitates just long enough for a defender to get the bump on them, and then it's off to the races for the YOLO Brothers. 4-0 lead, 1 minute remaining. JPC Oreos, I think they've got this game now. Now you can join me on the dark side, Gex. Now you have to admit this is going to be JPC series.
Absolutely. I think they are on top of this one. It's come away very well secured with only 40 seconds left as well. Would have to average 10 seconds per goal at this point, but this is some brilliant stuff, and like you were saying, that kind of hesitation, it is going to be lethal, particularly against JPC Oreos right now, but it's so hard to ask that of a team when you are getting hammered. I mean, you just had a flip reset musty scored against you. You can't be expected to have confidence in that situation.
Yeah, it's tough, right? It's so tough to bounce back from that. And you did mention it before. There is some light at the end of the tunnel for GSLC. Their day is not done with this defeat right here. They will be going down to the lower bracket. Their tournament will continue, and hopefully they can find some of that confidence back down there. But for now, it's all about the JPC Oreos. They will advance to the winners bracket semifinal. They will stay in that upper division, and they've still got a chance to punch their ticket to that grand final. Just one more best of 3 away.
That is a good best of 3 there to take it for JPC Oreos. They came out of the out of that swinging incredible stuff there. So let's head on back to our beautiful faces for a moment while we discuss that match and discuss the future for this tournament. I mean, they're going to be going forward. They are a serious threat now that all 3 of them are on pitch from the beginning match.
I mean, yeah, as if, the mechanics weren't enough. I'm happy YOLO actually was able to show off some of those mechanics I was talking about at the start. But again, as flashy as those players are, going back to the 2v3 is what I highlighted, what I feel the biggest strength of this team is going to be. And it has been the lack of unforced errors and the clean communication and the very, very clean rotations. There was pretty much 0 gaps on this team defensively as well as offensively. They were always in position to challenge the ball. They always had their backs, and they would react based on the kind of touches that both them and their opponents were hitting. Like, to me, that all screams, hey, we're communicating. We know what to do in these situations. It's a well-coached team, and now be that a dedicated coach or captain, I'm not too sure which. It could just be a lot of scrim and practice time, but they were playing as a complete team. Yeah. And to me, yeah, you can pull off all those reset mussies that you want, but if you're coming into this as a complete team playing that strong fundamentally, look out. This team is going to be a threat to win the whole thing.
Yeah, bringing GCs in is always a good start as well, but yeah, it's definitely a team game for them. Looking for more of that out of other teams, but we will have to see them shortly as we go. Are we going to break after each series? I have no idea. Let's double check before that. Yeah,
let's set up the lobby.
Let's do that. So we will be back in just a moment, guys. See you then.
Hey, I'm wearing let's play a stream with check it out. How does this
desktop setup at home as a standalone monitor, for example, with the high refresh rate in this display, when I was inputting
And we are back with our second matchup, which I have not put the team names in for, so I'm going to quickly run and do that. Probably should have done that while we were on break. I was fixing some other things. So, Max, you talk, I'll fix.
All right, I will talk about this upcoming game. Pre-Shield Porcupines taking on the SMCC first. It's going to be our upper bracket round. Winner of this will go to the upper bracket final as well. One more best of 3. And from what we've seen before, and from what we've seen from these teams already, I think they're pretty keen to get in this one. Pre-Shield, they almost kind of jumped the gun. I'm really excited to see if they're going to bring this one out. That said, SMCC, they've been a regular in this event, and they're probably going to be one of the tougher teams that we see out there. I'm also a little bit worried, too. We could be looking at another potential... No, okay, no, never mind. I just miscounted. I missed someone. I thought we were going to be seeing another 3v2. No, we're getting a 3v3 from the word go this time, Gex. So you finally get to see a proper 3v3 on the field.
Yes. Thank goodness. From game 1. That's incredible. All right.
Yeah.
I am keen for this one, Max. And look, I'm super keen for it to match up well, too. I want a close match out of this. I want to see this go the full 3 games. Look, we're going to send the guys in and get this underway because... we've got a good game ahead of us. I'm thinking today is the finals, so let's get it underway straight away. Let's see what everybody's got tonight, and this is match number 2 coming up now.
Yeah, here we go. Of course, on the pre-shield team side, whatever you want to call it, you have Alex, you have a Mollusk Muncher, and you have KPW. Meanwhile, for the tide of SMCC, it is Mosey, it is Link Maniacs, and it is Clam. Which is going to be interesting because you have the Mollusk Muncher taking on Clam right now. I feel like that could be a rivalry in the making, yet it's Link Manix who gets the first goal.
Yeah, Link Mania, actually, I did get to see the match that qualified them for this tournament, and Link Maniacs came up so massive in that match. I think they are definitely going to be a tough one to beat here, and ignore that score line there. That is incorrect. Let me change this back to 0-0 because this is a fresh start for everybody, and definitely gonna need all of them here if if Pressure can stand up to the pressure they did there, but 1 goal down.
Yeah, and I have to kind of agree with you coming into this one. I do feel like SMCC, not only are they favorites in this match, but they're kind of the other big favorite in this tournament. We kind of saw one of them earlier in our first series of the day, but this is that other team I'm going to be looking out for. Link Maniacs being that player who has been a star for them in the past. KPW, though, on the opposite side for pre-shield is going to be one to look out for. You can see that ball control, but just being attacked a bit too much when they try to slow it down to really make it work. Now Alex will have to be the one trying to play setup. The speed from Mosey on that backboard, enough to take it away. Clam tries to stay with it. Mollusk Muncher, a little bit of an awkward touch. That will cost the blue side possession.
I'm pretty sure, actually, Link Mania and Mollusk were the two, and Clam, sorry, were the 2 players on the 2-player team side for that 3v2, and they were able to take out a win as the 2-man team there as well. So definitely are a team to beat, but beaten they are at least on this attempt. Alex sneaks one past the last man and gets a great shot onto that left-hand side of goal.
I love that pass as well. The placement was really tight because you needed it far up the field that there would be enough momentum to be carried through, but you also couldn't put it too far forward because there was a defender there to challenge. That was really hitting that gap exactly where it needed to be, and that's what set up that shot and that goal from Alex to bank it on through. Really well done by the pre-shield side, and with that, tie ball game. Still a lot of game left. It's a bit unfortunate that this is a best of 3 instead of a best of 5 because I feel like these are 2 teams that could go the distance in either format.
Well, right now, yeah, I agree. They are probably looking like they're going to go the distance. 1-1 halfway through this match with a struggle to progress on either side of this field. To push forward is becoming a challenge. So right now, we need to see somebody come out ahead to see, what our chances are like for the outcome of this best of 3. But I agree. Probably going to see the best of this whole series here, and yeah, it is a shame that we don't get to see 5 full matches out of these guys, especially with Clam delivering like this off the backboard. This is a beautiful follow.
A pearl of a shot right there from the Clam. Wonderful double touch. Even gets it off the post and in just to make sure. Even though there was no defenders there, it's always good to practice those fundamentals when you are able to create that much space for yourself. 2-1 lead in favor of SMCC. Last time, though, they let a midfield pass get the best of them. Let's see how their defense will react this time, now that they're out in front for a second time in this game.
Alex in behind this here. That's a good 50. Goes wide, though. Across. KPW can't get a hold of it either. Mosey pushes it forward off of a bad touch by the third man there. And now they have an attack underway. Where is Clam?
No!
Saved by KPW.
Oh my goodness, KPW with the diving save now turns the momentum back the other way.
My goodness.
Makes the read off the post, and that's how we tie our game up.
You called to look out for KPW here, and I see the reason why. That's a brilliant response to a lot of pressure that was mounting against Pressure Porcupines there.
And with 100 seconds remaining in this game, now both teams definitely feeling a bit more warmed up. It's interesting because both sides have shown us a mix of individual and team plays to kind of get to this stage, and you really got to earn your goals. Link Mannix, yeah, will be able to make that read. No unforced errors here until KPW swings and misses. Alex actually takes advantage of the chaos, but SMCC didn't fight, so it's a miss, not a fake. As they bit, then you could say maybe it's a fake. That's the rule. Fakes only count if your opponents get out of position. Shot from KPW will be saved by Link Mannix.
Still, if there was any urgency on this, they should have been able to set that back up again, but they've let Clam get away with murder. He's coming away with the ball. Link Maniacs on top of it now. It's going to get back onto that orange side, though. The shot from Alex just barely saved again by Clam. He is coming up trumps in defense.
Wow, another key save, and that's another big miss. Alex, though, takes advantage of KPW's demo to buy that time for that initial save. Still under a minute in regulation. Kind of in a golden goal situation already. Mosey wants to go for the solo play. Alex says, no, 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 I'll bump you off it. That forces Clam forward. Link Mannix is across the middle, but the pass was far too far forward. 30 seconds left in regulation. Possession still held by SMCC. They've got one more chance at it, and that's going to be the goal. Late lead in favor of the team in orange.
Link's name is right. He is an absolute maniac, but he's not the one to score it. Mozzie comes through at the last second, taking that as a pass and hammers it home with 24 seconds left. That could seal this one away. Is it the nail in the coffin? Still a little time to figure that out.
We've seen 1 0-second goal already today, Gex, and we're only in our second series. Do we have another magic moment in us? 15 seconds to go. Ball back on that blue side. Demo's coming through as well. Clam wanted to have that read, but it's Alex who stays with it. Final 5 seconds. The opening's there. Link Mannix gets the touch despite KPW across the center, and that should put game one away. Alex will keeps it up. KPW is underneath, does not have boost, does not have the ball, and it should drop. Clam escorts it down, and game one goes in favor of SMCC.
And done very, very well there too. That was a hard-fought win, and that's what we want to see here. Hard-fought all the way, because that means we are getting some close matches. So, yeah, a really, really good start to this series, and I'm keen to see what these teams have left in them, because we were kind of expecting SMCC to probably come up with the win here. I was not expecting it to be fought that hard. That was very, very close.
Yeah, that was a fantastic opening game. And again, remember, it's only a best of 3. It's not that best of 5. So match point already in favor of the team in orange, who probably should be feeling a little bit of an emotional high after that game. That said, we've seen what Pre-Shield can do. This is definitely no team to slouch on. So a fast start could be critical. Link Mannix setting up Mosey, but it's a bit too high for Mosey to make an accurate read, who actually went that little bit higher. No goal scored off the kickoff this time.
Mollick Muncher sends that to wall. It's followed by KPW. Alex now going to have to get back, actually, as Mollick Muncher actually had a lot more boost than I was expecting. Up early, Alex! Oh, it's a shot that goes wide. Now KPW might have another chance to set this up, but great response there. A booming clear, actually threatening as a shot as Alex gets back to that midfield.
So, as we're kind of watching this one play out, a lot of space now being given to both of these teams, which is a little bit surprising to me. I thought we'd be seeing almost more aggression from each side and kind of looking to force a few more 50s, particularly from the SMCC side, because they're the team that kind of came out on top on a lot of those 50s, but instead they're playing very active and they're trying to keep control. And almost relying on individual plays to get the goals in the end. They've had 2 attempts now, kind of trying to take it over the top, that like Doomsy dish type situation. It hasn't worked out just yet, but until we see a bit more urgency coming from the pre-shield defense, I feel like SMCC is going to be allowed to do this again and again until it works.
Alex, on this again now. There is some more urgency on the challenges, I must say, from Precious Porcupines, and I think that was a large difference towards the end of that last game too. That comes off the post. Thought we had a little bit of a getaway goal there. KPW shouldn't have any trouble handling that one, despite some okay speed onto it. A miss there from Mozzie might actually be uncharacteristic for this match. I say that and he does it again.
Yeah, I mean, what was interesting about that was KPW was just constantly getting bumps in right behind the play as well. And it kind of put a lot of pressure on Mozzie to come through. At the end of the day, it does look like SMCC will be fine. In fact, they have a chance right here. KPW is the one who gets behind it. Clam, though, waiting underneath, gets it past the first defender. Still 2 on the backboard, and Mollusk Muncher does enough to get that clear back up the other way. Link Maniacs, light touch. Mozzie, though, has to be careful right here. Alex steals the boost away instead of going for the bumper, the demo. A little bit surprised by that. That's going to mean a lack of offensive pressure, at least temporarily. Alex now again going for the bump in the demo. KPW towards the backboard, right by the defense.
Good touch to midfield. We'll find Alex going back towards him again here. There's some good pressure coming on by Precious Porcupines, and at this rate, halfway through this game, they have just about equal pressure here. It's anyone's game, especially with touches like that. Dangerous as Link Maniacs actually does manage to find the clear, though. KPW tries to put one on target, but challenged by a defender successfully there. Will get away for the midfield again. An attempt, Clam, just a little too soft on that one.
Yeah, but it was really well placed, that pass off of a challenge as well. That's what you want to see if you're on that SMCC side. 3 minutes, no goal scored just yet. Clam has to get right up to the crossbar to make that save, and now has a chance for the clear. Bump from Mozzie. Doesn't do enough to stop Mollusk, but they can't stay with the ball. They pull off of it. Give it to KPW, and Link Manix, not expecting that, has to give up the entirety of the middle of the pitch.
Goodness.
Loses out on the challenge as well. Alex underneath, here's the shot. It's kept up by Mollusk, though. Misses the ball, and that was the opening that Pre-Shield needed. Now it comes back the other way.
Oh, and a good challenge might mean that that is enough, but no, the read wasn't quite good enough. It's off post again. Back to Clam. Does he find an angle? No, but he does bait out 2 defenders. Alex solos it past the second attacker there, and it goes long to the other side of field. That is a lot of pressure escaping right now.
Oh, this actually is dangerous. Link Manix alone on defense.
Oh,
Can't
my
make
goodness.
that read, but the shot's off the poach. KPLW does not get there in time, despite fighting the demo on Mozzie. And again, Pre-Shield cannot find the goal. That looks nearly gifted. KPW loses out on the 2v1. Now Mozzie takes it back up the other way. Alex on defense from the box will put one up. Clam was a bit too far forward. Link Manix has to race back. It could be Alex getting there first, but no. Instead, it's Clam taking it right over. Not 1, but 2 defenders playing it through that corner. Can't get it in front of the goal just yet. Link Manix again with the pass, but keeps it way too snug for a realistic opening for Mozzie, who now has to play some shadow defense. Gets it past not 1, but 2 of the attackers until Alex recovers. 30 seconds left in regulation. Still a 0-0 game till KPW puts it through. A late lead for the Pre-Shield side.
And it was starting to feel inevitable there. Precious Porcupines, while it has been an insanely tight game from the beginning, they seemed a little underwhelming at the start. They evened up and they have come up on top. They've been improving throughout this match, learning from their opponents and changing things. They almost got a second Mozzie. The backflip nearly costs them everything there, but it comes off crossbar.
And now with only 15 seconds remaining, if SMCC is going to take this to an overtime, they need to go the distance with it. Alex will just give up that possession. The rest looking to play defense. This could be risky. Ball makes it to the backboard. Mozzie's there. Cross-up shots too high, too wide. One more opportunity. If Link Manix can find the pass, they cannot. And we're going to a decider, game 3.
And what a decider it's going to be as well. That is tough to beat. And they've done it. SMCC first came up with the first one, and Precious Porcupines fire back with an incredible defense. Some great full field work there in general, and they really are looking like they could come up on top of this. It is 1 game left to find out, so it's anybody's game.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but oh, what a wonderful stadium for game 3. But Is Mozzie rocking the old Hazard logo?
I'll have to. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Indeed.
Interesting.
Actually, saw the old Hazard jersey the other day. That was interesting.
That one. As we are kicking off. I mean, look, I think we're playing with this map. You got to deal with what you get given to you. Yeah, we're doing it.
It's the Fortnite map. We're playing High School League. It's fine.
I woke up grumpy today, all right? This is how I let it out on these students. You gotta play this match in hard mode right now. We are underway, 4:40 on the clock. Clam looking to play through that corner. KPW will make that post read, and Ashley's gonna be looking to take it back up that other way. Mozzie with the challenge. Ashley gets a nice 50 to go in their favor. Lake Mannix looking to play off that wall. We'll throw it back to Clam. Mozzie wanted to commit as well, but it's all good because Clam gets the goal.
A great flick and the demo on the final defender as well. If there was any chance of getting to that, I doubt it. Clam had so much control over that, sends it home and takes the first point. It is definitely not going to be enough to take the series with that goal alone, though. Well, I say that, and I've been wrong on that point before, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, last game was 1-0. Why not this one? Well, that's because Alex has already equalized.
Yes, that would be why. Alex is answering for you. This is just a conversation between a player and a caster here. Alex has a good response there. Just speed coming out there from Pressure Porcupines. They have the urgency we've been talking about. They are getting on top of this now, and they know the importance of each and every touch right now.
Yeah, that they do, and they're making it work for them as we'd look to see that ball roll to the corner. Clam should have that read. Has Mozzie in the box underneath. That's who they go for. Contact not quite made on that pass. Clam now looking to set something up as well. Will be read by KPW, but the positioning right now coming from SMCC, they're going to make it so difficult. The solo play doesn't quite work out.
The flip reset was used as a bit of a fake there, and it didn't work. No fear on the side of Pressure Porcupines. They had two members who were confident enough that that wasn't going out of reach to go onto that, so unusable, but that's usable. Mollusk just wins an unbelievable 50. It just slides sideways into the goal. This ball is dancing for them.
As we watch that one again, absolutely just muscled Mozzie out of the way in order to force that one in. 2-1 lead. That one goal advantage, it was all that the Porcupines needed in game number 2. Can they hold on yet again for a game 3 victory? Mozzie looking to cross up over to Lake Mannix, who will get there first. Another scoring opportunity perhaps for the SMCC side. No one goes up to challenge KPW, however. It will lead to a pitch across midfield.
Mozzie sends that downfield, but they will lose control of it as a result. Clam is up. Didn't decide for the safe touch. I thought he would, but that is a passing play, and it was a shot on target from their own corner. That is incredible stuff. Clam right in the way of that. KPW seemed to have some level of plan there, but he was low on boost as well. Mozzie gets underneath that, looked for the flip reset. KPW finds the demo, but not the ball. Link Maniacs, the setup, but there is still defense there and remaining for Pressure Porcupines.
Yeah, you can see the pressure kind of mounting right now, though, against SMCC. They're taking a few more risky lives, it feels like, going after these plays. At the moment, though, Mozzie actually does a good job making Alex miss. Mollusk Monster had a chance to line themselves up, but the hesitation will cost them, and that's now a tie ball game.
And this is not the kind of goal I was expecting to see at all out of this game 3, because particularly Pressure Porcupines have really tightened things up over the majority of this series. That is not tight at all. It's wide open goal there, and a shot was inevitable.
So, slightly off topic, but looking for an excuse to bring this one up. You know who I ran into the other day casting some EU games?
Oh no, who?
Misty.
Oh really?
Like X1ME Misty.
I thought he would have told me that.
EU university teams and actually winning. It's like on Trent, I believe, is the uni they were playing on.
If anybody is curious, I run an esports org called 1NE. We used to host some Asian Rocket League teams, and Misty's one of our members. He's over in EU right now, so that's pretty interesting to hear where he's at. Thank you for that. That's
in
very
a top
good.
12 in a like 500 plus university team tournament.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's what I want to hear. I did hear he was entering into the, I think it's the second season of university for them over there already. University Rocket League.
Yeah, I think that's probably the same one, right? And like, they just hit top 12. They came into like the top 56 as like one of the lowest seeds.
Wow.
And they have made top 12 still in the winner's bracket.
Oh!
That's a pretty cool run. Either way, though, a minute 20 remaining. Now, I thought you get a good giggle out of that. The point that I want to make is, it doesn't end in high school for these students. There are university leagues, of course, in Australia as well. AEL has its own uni league, which I would hope to see a lot of these players one day partake in. But you also, can see that internationally as well. That's push for more education sort of leagues, essentially, right there in high school, in university. I've even seen some primary school Rocket League before out
really?
there. So the fact to see it grow, absolutely. And it's kind of crazy. Look. The primary school one.
What are we seeing there?
A
Gold?
bit different. It's a bit different.
Are we seeing gold level there, or where are we?
Yeah, I mean, it was all played on Switches.
Okay, that makes sense.
LAN.
Oh my goodness! How dare you get to cast the most fantastic sounding LAN I've ever heard?
If you look at my Twitter profile pic, like that's the event. Either way, we still have 25 seconds remaining. That's going to be Link Mannix winning a nice challenge across the middle. Look, we're 20 seconds away from a Game 3 overtime. I apologize for derailing the conversation, but fortunately our players haven't scored any goals yet. Maybe they'll get one in the final 10. Yeah,
nothing too much to talk about here. A couple of closer attempts, but nothing really too much until right this second. 5 seconds to go, and it looks like SMCC first may have just clinched this one. Link Mania X puts that across the face of net. Mozzie hammers it home into the top left corner, and there's nothing to be done about it.
I feel like that's exactly like Mozzie's last goal as well, where they kind of muscled it right over Alex. Very unfortunate, but a chance for redemption. KPW off the backboard. Alex there, no! Puts it to the side. Molus Monster's going to try to keep it alive.
It's not down.
Actually pops it up when they maybe didn't have to, but it's an awkward pinch through the corner. That will do it. SMCC advance to the winner bracket final.
I was going to yell this is high school, but here we are. They get away from me cringing up the stream just that little bit.
That was a very exciting ending to a very exciting series, though, nonetheless. It is SMCC advancing to that winner's bracket final. Hopefully we'll get some results to you as well from how our other winner bracket semi went. But Gex, that's it for the best of threes. It's best on fives now from here till the end of the afternoon.
Big stuff now expected out of these teams remaining. There have been some teams sent down to that lower bracket already as well. We've already seen QASMT Reunited lose out here. I believe that they were not able to attend today is the possibility here, because I did see that first match go to Pressure Porcupines very, very early before the stream started. Dayla Knights have taken that against them in the lower round, so they're going to be in that lower round against Ripley Raptors. Pressure Porcupines dropped down out of that one you just saw then, and they have gone down to the lower round too as well. But SMCC first versus JPC Oreos in the upper finals, best of 5. We're going to see you very shortly. Don't go anywhere, because we are only taking a small break. Be right back. welcome back. We are into our best of fives straight away. This is such an important match. We saw both of these teams go really hard to get to this point, into this upper bracket, upper finals even, best of fives start now. They do not end here.
No, they do not. We're doing best of fives till the end of the afternoon. Only 3 series left on stream. Every single one of these are going to be huge. Obviously, it's our kind of our top 3 teams now going to be seen. One of these 2 sides guarantees a spot in that top 2, guarantees a spot in the grand final. It will be the JPC Oreos on the blue side. It's going to be SMCC in orange once again. So it's going to be a fun one. Again, having to come into this one trying to make a prediction, I don't know. I liked what I saw from SMCC before, but the JPC Oreos, they still seem to be like the more consistent side. So we'll see how they do play it off. The word is being given to the players to jump onto the pitch. Gex, any last second predictions before we get underway?
Oh, this is going to be tough. Look, I've got faith in Yellow Brothers. I think that SMCC first. I don't know if that they can take this. I think that this is going to go JPC Oreo's way.
Yeah, I kind of am with you on that, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Let's see how this does get played out right now. Look, the thing that scares me again about that JPC Oreos team is we saw good team play from them, and we saw the great individual mechanical skill. Let's not forget that reset musty that Yellow Brothers pulled out earlier today. At that same token, though, the clutch gene does seem to exist, as well as the physicality on the SMCC side. This one could go either way at the moment. It's been SMCC on the attack for the first 30 seconds.
I think SMCC, if they're going to take this one, take it off of their team play. They have some really fantastic synergy here, and it's not that JPC Oreos don't, but if anywhere is going to edge out JPC Oreos, I think it's going to be that front.
Yeah, and we'll see if it does come through. I mean, it's interesting because I agree with you. Yeah, the team play has been strong mostly through its positioning and rotations. We haven't seen too many like dedicated pass plays. I feel like come from the SMCC side, and a lot of their goals have come from a situation where they've almost just kind of gotten out physical or just gotten that good 50 that really goes their way. They're really good at picking their moments in that regard. So I would call SMCC a very smart team. But I'm with you. I want to see more of those pass plays. I think that could be critical. It's hard to pass it though to our teammates though when they get demoed by Teddy Taffy. Link Manic though off the backboard will convert, and it's 1-0 in favor of SMCC.
This is a massively heads-up play. He saw the demo come up, and Mozzie decides to fake and go up wall and get the pass to the third man instead. Link Maniacs saw the play, obviously heard the call, was up pre-jumping that pass and hammered that home. Actually an incredibly high-level play.
Yeah, and again, it's the intelligence. Like, this is a smart team, and your communication has to be on point for plays like that, so really well done from the SMCC side. I love it, too, right when I'm saying, they don't really go for those passing team plays. Well, now they do, and now we're getting unforced errors as well. Clam, the net's open, but doesn't jump for it. Triple commit by the defense is the third member, Swaz, that makes contact.
Oh, obviously you didn't see what I was gasping at. There was an avoided rule 1 there. They broke it. And I didn't see who broke it. I just saw the separation. I think it might have been both of them. I'm not sure who it was in that corner though. Oh, teams, you have just that's that. Oh, my respect levels are dropping now. I was about to say that you know, SMCC first must be getting some, you know, A+ in maths right now because they're calculating everything, but that is not a smart move. You do not drop the rule 1. Oh my goodness!
What an own goal!
You don't drop that either. That's incredible.
I think we know who broke the rule 1. I think we know who it might be. Teddy Taffy looking at you. What a shot posted in. Unfortunately, it's on your own net. Fantastic own goal.
That is incredible stuff, yeah. There was enough risk to warrant going up, but that is a fantastically, spectacularly scored own goal, yeah.
You have to have one every stream.
Yeah.
There's always going to be one.
They're your favorite part of every stream. Don't even.
There's one every stream. It's the rule.
It is the rule. It is the rule.
It's the rule.
It's the rule they do follow.
Yeah. I think, honestly, I want to make a petition for, like, OCE. I guess you can't really steal it away from Rule 1. No one will get behind that. But, like, Rule 2 or something in OCE. There must be an own goal on every stream. Like, it just happens.
Clam. Now setting up here for Link. It's going to go long. Mozzie in position there. I need to know if this is Mosey or Mozzie. I have no clue. I do not know.
I know, we've called them both thus far. And
we have.
We're correct, and I think we'll continue to call them both.
yeah. That's pretty much right.
I started with Mosey, and then you said Mozzie, so I switched to Mozzie, but now you've switched over to Mosey, right? Like, we've kind of flipped on that one. I'm not too sure. All I know is
I thought we were going to see YOLO Brothers get another spectacular own goal for a second there. He pulled up in time. Actually turned it into a bit of a play that, had the bump play pulled off. That was a goal.
Yeah, Clam, great job not only avoiding the bump, but also finding the save as well. Really well done. And that could be the play that actually puts this one away in favor of SMCC. Those goals so hard for JPC to find. And
Swaz, what a save there.
That could have been the clincher. Instead, we go back across the middle of the field. No, YOLO gets in Teddy's way. And these are those little mistakes that we're seeing from the JPC side that we didn't see in their opening series to start off this afternoon. 40 seconds left on the clock. Mozzie goes for the pass, and now all of a sudden, we've got an open field, but no one was there immediately to jump on it. 30 seconds left, and yeah, I'm feeling like game one is going for the team in orange.
I feel so sorry for that unintentional block by YOLO there, because I know what that feels like. You're dropping, you've got 0 boost, and you just land on your teammate's ball. That hurts to watch. And yeah, absolutely, that may have just been the difference between the ability to come back in this and not. YOLO gets bumped into that, which gives some free space on field. Link Maniacs takes it to the air, puts it to the ground. That's going to be game one going to SMCC, this orange side. Man, we didn't predict this, but I got to say, now that I'm watching it, it makes sense how this is going down.
Yeah, no, it's just a fantastic opening game. I could say from both these teams, and I was already watching how JPC was starting to adapt at the tail end of that opening game. I mean, we saw it quite visibly. They're going for the bump in the demo plays. Clam was luckily enough to avoid that first attempt at it, but they did continue at the tail end of it all. Often when the play was kind of going 50-50 in the middle, there was a JPC member going deep, looking for that bump, looking for that demo. Unfortunately, they weren't winning those 50s in the middle to be able to capitalize on them. But I saw both YOLO and Teddy going for those types of plays. So they're going to be the two players on the blue side that I'm going to be watching at in this upcoming game. Do they continue to try to get physical, or do they start to play a more conservative defensive game?
Well, I know what SMCC first are going to start doing, and that's scoring kickoff goals. That's a lot of momentum off kickoff, and Mozzie just taps that, keeps it just high enough to get above Swaz. A beautiful way to take the first goal and put JPC Oreos onto the back foot again, a position they don't look comfortable in.
No, they don't look as comfortable on that back foot, so very surprising to see that first goal conceded that quickly. I feel like that's our first kickoff goal of the afternoon,
yeah,
actually.
I think it is. All right.
Well, there you go. Great start for the team in SMCC, looking to get the match point, looking to get one step closer to our grand final showdown. It will be Mozzie from underneath trying to beat out Swaz. A lot of pressure in that corner, though, is going to be established by our team in blue. JPC Oreos going through the corner. Too many defenders in the way, and they won't find the clean pass.
Now, there's a second player in here that I have changed my pronunciation of the name of multiple times. Is it Link Maniacs or Link Mania X? That's I'm going with Maniacs, and I should be, because they are all Maniacs. Mozzie's gonna tap that home off of a pass from that man himself off the backboard, finds the angle, and again just barely above the nose of Swaz.
So I'm a fan of Animaniacs, so that's why I like to call them Link Maniacs. I mean, I know they're spelled differently, and it's just a pronunciation thing, but always, I don't know, I like Link Maniacs. I prefer that better. X's at the end of your name is, I don't know, feels like early 2000s, all right?
So is that
we're
like,
way past that.
Is that like the princess from... Oh my goodness! YOLO Brothers cuts off the joke that was going to make you all hate me, and puts one away there. How do you read that so perfectly? 90-degree angle off of him. Actually, probably more. Almost behind him, that shot. Really well delivered.
Really well shot as well. So, hey, YOLO Brothers getting the first goal of the series for our team in blue. The Oreos did desperately need that one. If we were to go by series score, though, overall, it'd still be a 4-1 advantage for our team in orange. They're still up in this one 2-1. Baby, make it 3. Link Maniacs puts it in.
Man, he is coming up so hot right now. He has had an assist on each goal so far, and now a goal of his own. YOLO Brothers there, the one in goal this time. Swaz not beaten out. Luckily for Swaz, saving a little bit of face just by not being in goal. But yeah, a different scenario with the same conclusion, a goal for SMC first.
Yeah, 3-1 lead right now. Mozzie in the box.
Oh!
This is YOLO Brothers takes advantage of the unforced errors, and we're back within 1.
Yeah, indeed. That is a big goal coming out there. A big mistake from Mozzie, though, and just threads the needle through that.
Yeah, I mean, the moment that unforced error happened, it was kind of like opening up the floodgates for that shot. Really well done from YOLO Brothers. Their second goal of the game. YOLO Brothers really trying to respond after a very disappointing game number 1. This time it was Teddy Taffy off the kickoff who nearly finds the shot. Ball goes all the way back the other direction, though. Swaz does get it over the top of Link Maniacs. Now here comes Clam versus YOLO, and Swaz wins out. Mozzie versus Teddy. That was the third defender, and Teddy did come through, even found the pass to Swaz. Defense actually started to make some misplays again. Once more, Clam, it's a delicate touch, but they do find Link Maniacs for the clear.
And now SMCC first just starting to make some errors here. Even on the last attempt at shot, Clem, as it went to backboard, jumped very pointlessly. I mean, there was no chance, and he knew there was no chance of him making that shot, but sent himself into goal badly. If there had been a follow on that, would have been guaranteed. Taken away by Link Maniacs there as the attempts start coming thick and fast for JPC Oreos.
Are not in, and that's unfortunate because that net was open. That could have been the equalizer. Halfway through our second game, if SMCC can still hold on to this lead, if they can take this to match point, it's going to be such a tough ask for JPC to bounce back. I feel like getting that reverse sweep. Swaz with the shot. Again, straight into a couple defenders. Time really running out for our team in blue.
Well, more than half the match gone. 1 point down. It has seemed to be a bit of a 1 point series here. And yet, we continually see SMCC first come up trumps in this. Right now, they are actually, despite the scoreline being in their favor, I would say on the back foot of momentum here. They're down 2 goals in a row right now. Link Maniacs takes it to the ground, and no shot will be found.
No shot found just yet. Only 100 seconds remaining as Teddy Taffy plays it through the corner. Link Maniacs keeps possession in favor of SMCC. YOLO Brothers again tries to breach the gap in the offensive rotations, but finds Mosey in the wake. Swaz with the more proactive play, though, nearly found the gap, but that did cause the defense to bite, and now in a scoring opportunity, Link Maniacs doesn't get that double touch. Again, I'm a little bit surprised, actually. If you had sort of flipped the name tags at the start of the series, I would be a bit more... I wouldn't be as surprised, I'd say, is SMCC's rotational play right now that has been their strong suit in this second game, and they have just not allowed any momentum for the JPC Oreos.
Clem up again here. They just continually putting this pressure on. They've had control of the field and control of the ball for the majority of this match. The couple of times it's come away have resulted in goals against them, but as long as they keep up this pace, this clock keeps ticking away. And it's running out of time. There's an opportunity here now, though. Teddy Taffy puts it center. Another shot attempt by YOLO Brothers, and it goes high.
Yeah, and again, credit to this defense from SMCC and credit to their rotational play. They got back at that last possible moment, but they made it there. And the Shadow defense, once again, on point. Now Clam a chance to end this one. Doesn't quite get the angle they were looking for, but more importantly, it's the possession that has been corralled once more for the side of SMCC. One more chance maybe for JPC in game number 2.
Do we see the 0-second goal come out again? It is going to be the last chance they have, I think, as Teddy Taffy takes control. Link Maniacs sends it to the backboard. It's going to be the full field play if they can make it. Clam might have just made it possible. It's going to go to ground. YOLO Brothers sends it up. Swaz on top of it, but it goes long and slightly wide. It looked to be good, but JPC Oreos just cannot come up on top of that one. It's going to be SMCC first with a second game.
That was spooky at the end right there. I mean, you called it the awkward touch in front of the net by Clam, who instead of, putting it forward and out of reach, accidentally back passed it straight down to JPC, who did their best to take advantage of the situation. Too little too late at the end of the day. Look, 10 shots to 7. That was a high shooting game and a high scoring game, to be quite frank. A little bit surprised that JPC took so long to get back to that bump demo game. Once again, they started going for it at the very, very end where we saw YOLO Brothers get a couple demos in that goal. I want to see them adapt that physicality a bit earlier in game number 3. They really need to find a way to sort of shift the momentum and really shift the tone of this series. Let's get that physicality game going. Otherwise, SMCC, they could be clean sweeping their way to a grand final appearance.
Clam beaten out there by Teddy Taffy. That was a very high challenge on that. Works out well as it goes downfield, but they're going to lose control. A couple of these big booming clears have actually been a downfall consistently for JPC Oreos. It's part of the reason they do not have this field control. And there it is. SMCC first do. They get control immediately off of that exact reasoning. Take it to ground. Link Maniacs finds the bump. Mozzie finds the shot. And YOLO Brothers just quite can't get that out the corner.
And once again, unfortunately for the Oreos, they find themselves at an early deficit, and it's one that they haven't been able to bounce back from in the past, and now we're seeing hesitation on the attacking front. Yes, Teddy Taffy was underneath the ball and probably couldn't make that read, but they still opted to rotate all the way back instead of looking to make that read off that first defender, and those are the type of decisions that could come back to haunt you, especially in this series. Look, I want to say right now, SMCC, should they win this game, JPC Oreos have a very good chance of getting through that lower bracket final. I mean, this is still a very strong side. I feel like if we see these two teams play in a series again, I wouldn't expect it to be as one-sided results-wise as we're seeing right now. They're still two very evenly matched teams, and maybe an entire game reset could be exactly what JPC needs.
I don't know if I would say it has been entirely one-sided. I mean, the amount, the scorelines and the games are all going SMCC first's way, but
one-sided results.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're right, because this game, and now it's not. There's another result finally going JPC Oreos' way. They even up, and that is because these teams are so close. It has just been that little edge of consistency that SMCC first have had above JPC. If they can keep up shots like that, that may change.
Yeah, that actually may change, I don't necessarily want to start writing JPC's winner's bracket eulogy just yet, although that pass is beautiful. It will be read by YOLO Brothers. Teddy Taffy now lob shot the other way. Clam does have enough boost to go up for it, but won't be able to stay with the play. A bit too much power behind that touch. Sets up YOLO Brothers. Link Maniacs missed it. Teddy Taffy will put it through, and finally we see a JPC lead.
Is Max reading our futures here? He's predicting the future. He's just seen this in his mind's eye. JPC Oreos opening up this first game in possibly a road back to a victory here. Even if they win this game, they have to make the full reverse sweep here in this best of 5, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. The reverse sweep is such a tough ask, and we'll see if they're going to be able to even hold on to this 2-1 lead or add to it. Swaz doesn't get the angle they wanted. Here comes Clam now from that defensive side, looking to pass it across that middle of the field. Mozzie would have been there waiting, but makes an awkward read. Teddy Taffy couldn't quite put it straight enough. Now Swaz versus Clam goes in favor of the Oreo member, looking for that next shot. Almost gets it through the corner. Bounces off 2 posts and doesn't fall in.
Oh, Clam actually beaten out by Link Max. There could be an issue. Max, I've been asked to prompt you to check the chat.
Am I in trouble?
It's been there a little while. It's been there a little while. And this could require an answer by the end of this match if SMCC first can find a goal out of this. But right now they are on defense on that backboard. It comes across. Teddy Taffy finds a goal off the back of a defender. That is not how you want to see this go down. A 2-goal lead.
I don't know if you want to give.
Clam.
My brain, no.
Oh, that is tough to watch. Yeah, Clam just positioned barely in front. This could go the other way so quickly. Teddy Taffy on top of it again, switches that momentum back on SMCC first, and now it's a 3-goal lead. This is suddenly looking like it should have been JPC Oreos all along.
Yeah, this is a one-sided smackdown coming from JBC at this stage. Offensively, they are not making a misstep. That pass from YOLO Brothers, exactly where it needed to be. And we're watching Mozzie try to connect a clam. That's not going to happen. 2 minutes, 3 goals. It's tough, not impossible. But with the way how JPC are playing, especially on that orange side of the pitch, it could get worse before it gets better. This is the exact turnaround that JPC needed. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going forwards right now. Only 105 seconds left in game number 3.
Mozzie, a good touch there. There is still barely enough time actually to come back into this, but it would take a gargantuan effort, an effort they're trying to display, but the challenge goes very wrong. Mozzie on that backboard isn't going to be able to find it. Swaz does find an angle though, and that is far, far left in that goal, too far to be saved.
And now we have a 5-1 lead in favor of the Oreos. JPC, they're taking us to that game 4. Now, whether or not they can keep that momentum going to a game 5, we shall see. But I will say that one should be the dagger in our third affair between these two sides. And I'm going to go back to the previous point I was kind of making at the start of this game. This is still my grand final prediction as well, and I'm happy that we got to see a bit more signs of life from JPC, because I feel like when you add the pressure of the grand final, that series, if it does happen, is going to be just as spectacular as this one is turning out to be, and I'm excited to see that sort of rematch.
And both of these teams playing as teams is one thing I just love to see out of this, particularly out of the high school. This is showing where that teamwork comes in handy. It's an absolute life skill, and nowhere is it more relevant right this second than Rocket League. And it is so important as this gets away. Again here, Mozzie will be able to take it, but it is just too late at this point. I mean, a 3-goal lead, I've seen the comebacks happen. It usually takes a fair amount of time. 4-goal leads, it is so, so rare to see a comeback from a 4-goal lead in any time frame.
Yeah, well, especially in 20 seconds. So
yeah.
This one's done and dusted. Clam even misses the open net, so if we weren't sure before, we definitely are sure now. But look, that also should have gone in and somehow doesn't. I will say this, though. I'm just kind of thinking about, high schools and, the situation how they play as a team. All I want to point out is we are all very, very lucky, or I suppose unlucky from the spectator point of view, that the KC Pioneers all don't attend the same high school.
How is that? How did that reach ground without being in goal? That didn't bounce.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness.
Game.
No, Psionics, it matters. Psionics.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter next game.
Next game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I stand by. I want to find a way to get all of, the Pioneers to all attend the same high school for one semester, one term, and just see what they could do in an event like this.
I was thinking about that myself. I mean, we have an RLCS team that is all high school age, well and truly, and they don't play together. I mean, I'm kind of glad, Max. Can you imagine trying to cast that? That would be, and they've scored again. Is anybody surprised? There wouldn't be anything.
Would it be for the other teams?
That's true. You would get to play them. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon that'd be sick.
I would be happy to play against them, so it's
especially
fine.
In the early rounds when you get teams of all silver and gold players and people who are just picking up the game just to learn it and participate in this wonderful event. It's oh, congratulations, welcome to Rocket League. Here's the second best team in the country.
yeah, that is. And try explaining that to foreigners too. That would be amazing. Can you imagine that happening in the World Cup? Soccer turns on and everybody on field is a 15-year-old.
Oh, that's yeah, that would be interesting. Okay.
It's possible. I mean, maybe that's our next Australian team. Maybe I've just inspired our next generation of Australian football players.
I would love to see that. YOLO Brothers, though, would love to see us go to a game 5. They're going to get the opening goal, doing all the work themselves, pinching it from their own corner, getting out of their own teammates' way, and then putting it in that top right corner.
And it seems to be a mental game that's being lost by SMCC here now, because Link Maniacs, I would have to say that is an uncharacteristic miss for him. When he went up for that near to wall, aerialed and just missed a fairly standard speed ball. And another one put on target, almost comes off crossbar there. Link will find some touches this time, goes out to the midfield. Rotates well with his teammate as Clam picks up that booster and pushes the ball forward. Still chances here now for SMCC first. Do they have the speed that they were displaying before? Or is this mental game really starting to get to them here? Another shot on target. It looks like they might have this under control for themselves still. Link Maniacs looking for Clam. Will find him as Link goes to the midfield again.
Yeah, Link keeping it nice and high as we get it towards the corner. Eventually, Teddy Taffy will be the one who makes that read, but I don't know. I haven't seen that urgency in SMCC on the attacking side for yet in this series. They definitely are looking for a slower paced game perhaps, but I don't like the trajectory for our team in orange. Swinging a miss from Clam, swinging a miss from YOLO. Teddy Taffy does get dunked upon from Mozzie. That's a good first step, but YOLO is still able to beat Clam to the plate, but not Link Maniac. Shot from midfield is in. And that could be the spark of momentum that SMCC needed.
And I love this. I mean, we both predicted JPC Oreos. This is probably something I've never said on stream before, but I gotta say, I love being proved wrong. A lot of people care about predictions. I love being proved wrong. It means something's exciting. Something has changed, and it's something unexpected. That is always a good thing on stream.
I mean, yes, I like being wrong, but like I like being right as well. I don't know. It depends. It depends who I'm, predicting wrongly again.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If me and you were to go different teams and you were right, I was wrong, I'd be cool with it, right?
Look,
but whenever it's Yummy baiting me into picking the other team just to rub it in my face after whenever I'm like, I don't know about that one.
I'm glad you said that
he's
for
not
chat
here today, so.
I'm glad you said that for chat, but I already knew who you were talking about. Like, it's always Yummy. It's like, oh, you're not gonna pick the obvious choice, ha ha ha. Well, the demo! Is it enough? Oh. No, it's getting away! Wait! A save from Clam!
He has baited me into, picking the quote-unquote favorite so many times when I'm leaning the other way, only for him to take it, and then that upsets happening.
I know, I've seen it. I don't let him do it to me, but I've seen him do it to many people. I'm not losing to Boyo. That's the pick there. The never wrong Boyo. That's.
I thought it was never right, Boyo.
Yeah, no, I mean, according to everybody else, it is.
Yeah, true. I see.
So it's a war going on in APAC, Max.
Yeah, you know what? Good luck in that battle. That's all I can say right now. It's good fun. Look, we still have a minute and a half in this game. We're still tied up right now and looking for that go-ahead goal. If it comes from the SMCC side, that could be their ticket to the grand final. A loss here for JPC means they've got to do it the hard way through that lower bracket. However, who wants to do it that way? We're already trying to make it hard. We're already going for that reverse sweep, says YOLO Brothers. Pass back to Swaz is a little bit too high.
The demo.
Remaining, this could be the opening. Mozzie needs to come up big and does.
And now two big saves in a row. First Clam, now Mozzie are keeping this a tied scoreline. I mean, it is dead even, but there were multiple chances, multiple probabilities that it wasn't going to be. Some unbelievable defensive work coming out of SMCC first right now. And an opportunity for them as well. It's sitting up in front of goal. Where's the third man? Clam comes in, puts it to the corner. He's not willing to shoot on a well-defended net. A good decision here. Doesn't quite find the next touch though. Link Maniacs doesn't find the second, and Swaz will push it forward.
Oh, that bump though on the YOLO Brothers may have actually just saved the breakaway goal. 30 seconds remaining in our first best of 5 game number 4. We could be seeing our first best of 5 of the afternoon go all 5, but Lake Maniacs sees the opening, posts it, and ends it. That's a late go-ahead lead. SMCC 19 seconds away from a grand final appearance.
And what opening? Teddy Taffy was a millisecond away from that. There were pixels in between a save and a goal there, and it turns into a brilliant goal for SMCC first. A quick passing play saves them probably from hitting a game 5 here. There's still just enough time, and especially with JPC on attack, but it's going to go back the other way. 8 seconds. Counting down the clock more here as Teddy Taffy sends it high. They're looking for the 0 second now. They're preparing for it. It goes high again. Swaz down to YOLO Brothers. Clam gets it away. Mozzie will let it drop, and SMCC take the series. What a series it was, too.
They are back. It hasn't been since Term 2 back in 2021 when we last saw SMCC make it to the grand final here. They were shut down in that lower bracket 2 terms in a row. Term 3 and 4, they had to settle for 3rd place, but now they punched their ticket once again to that grand final. SMCC, congratulations. Now all that's left is to find out who you're going to be against.
Oh man, that was a crazy series, and like I said, sometimes I'm really happy to be proven wrong. This is one of those occasions. SMCC really pulled it out right here. They went absolutely ham, nailed it to the wall and took it home. This is a brilliant win for them, but it does mean JPC Oreos have a chance here again to be able to take it, but they're going to have to do it from the lower bracket now. They have to make the comeback from that lower position in this tournament, and they are dropping down. Let's take a look at who against JPC Oreos are going to be facing off against Pressure Porcupines, who were just beaten by SMCC first, but that was a close series as well, so it absolutely could be another one going the distance here as, SMCC first remain in that upper bracket for a good reason.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match, though. I mean, Prisha looks like to be a very strong team, so this is by no means sort of that easy road at this stage back to the grand final for the JPC Oreos. They're going to be hoping for another strong performance. Again, best of 5s. I love these series so much more because they really do go either way. I don't want to make a prediction yet. I kind of feel like I need to think on this one a little bit.
I mean, that's really important, though, for SMCC to be moving up here in the upper bracket, because if they win their next match, they are guaranteed to be one of their top. Their next is that straight into grand final? It is too. What am I talking about?
Yeah. They win their next match. They win.
Yeah, right. We've got in our thing we've got the bracket reset, but we're not doing the bracket reset. That's right. So yeah, I mean they win first, which they haven't done since term 1 last time. Term 2, sorry. Term 3 and 4 they placed 3rd, so they've already beaten their position from the last 2 term series there. So a big position for them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're back, right? They made it back where they feel like they belong, and the question is whether or not they're going to be able to hold it.
Yeah, I think your prediction for the grand final is very, very good, but we're going to have to see, and there's a lower bracket match to see first. We are doing a bracket reset. We've just found out there is a bracket reset. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Nitro, thank you.
That makes more sense. You know what?
It does. It makes a lot more sense. So, yes, there is a second chance, even when you get to the grand final from that upper bracket. So, yeah. Definitely important. Definitely important. But we've still got the lower bracket to see, and we'll see it soon. But we are going to be going for a break for a little while. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with that lower bracket, and we will see how that one goes. It's going to be a hell of a match. Once again, is my prediction, Max. We will see you then.
Hey, I'm Danielle. I'm a cosplayer, streamer, AV tech, and a massive Destiny fan. I'm gonna check out how Destiny 2 runs on the Nitro 5. Look at this, look, bring the camera in, look at this. This is running Destiny at highest. It's still hitting 60 frames per second. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. I don't believe it. I cannot fathom that this thing has that much grunt in such a tiny form factor. And there's so much going on the screen at the same time, like particle effects and stuff. And I can barely hear the fans too. If I had headphones on while I was gaming, you wouldn't even hear it. I like this thing. Can I take this? Will you guys mind if I take this? Like actually, hold on. Is this plugged in? Just wait, Smooth, get away. It's fine.
And we are back. It's been pretty amazing day so far of matches already, but we are down in our lower bracket for the finals down here to see who is going to head back up to take on SMCC first in the grand final. But the two competitors for it are going to be JPC Oreos versus Precious Porcupines. We've seen both of them on stream today already. Max, are you expecting this one to be close at least?
Absolutely, I'm expecting this one to be close. I mean, Precious were pretty close themselves, one game away from that winner's bracket final. Unfortunately, they came up short against SMCC, but the same can be said in a lot of ways about, you know, the JPC Orioles, at least in terms of how they got accepted close against SMCC and came up just missing out. Look, between our top three teams in this event, it always felt like one of these three teams were going to be the overall winner. It's not surprised to see them all in that spot. And unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to one of them before that grand final. And I think knowing what's at stake, knowing the pressure to be that close to your goal, but to still have one more opponent in your way, I think it's going to lead to a pretty chaotic showing from both these sides, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I mean, I expected to be close with the results there. 2-1 was the victory by SMCC first over Precious, and then the 3-1 over the JPC Oreos. If it had been the best of 5, I think we would have probably seen a similar series out of both. So let's head on into our first game as the guys are already ready and raring to go. And why wouldn't you be? It's been an awesome night so far, and I think these guys know exactly how much fun they're going to have in this one as well.
Yeah, and again, the big thing I'm going to be focusing on in this matchup is how they handle this pressure, because this is a lower bracket final. This is one step away from your goal of making it to that grand final. So now is where you're going to feel that extra bit of urgency. YOLO Brothers doesn't connect on the double touch. Taffy can't quite follow it up straight away, but I'm loving this attack initially coming from the Oreo side. Everyone had a shot at that net. Somehow, some way, though, the defense did hold on.
YOLO Brothers could have turned on that high wall there, but maybe zero boost, I'm guessing, in that situation. KPW doesn't have the boost to have his own shot at that either. As it comes back, Mollusk Mantra is facing that down, but have a little bit of a pause on the stream for a second there, sorry. As we come back in now, YOLO Brothers is in behind this.
That's the opening.
Oh, I've lost game audio.
Yeah.
I think I can get that back.
Swaz able to take advantage of this one right there off that backboard. KPW overextended just a little bit, and then we see that follow-up goal being found. 1-0 lead in favor of the Oreos.
And it's kind of expected here. I do think that JPC Oreos do have the edge in this a little, but I do expect this to go... I can't see this being a sweep. I don't think that's going to be able to happen here.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, actually. Not that I want to see a sweep, but again, I feel like once you get into these, you know, tougher situations for these students, I mean, for the side of the Porcupines, for Pre-Shield, how much competitive experience do they have in this type of position? And if, let's say, hypothetically, they're the team that falls a little bit short right now, do they have that mental fortitude to be able to bounce back? I don't know. So I don't want to just say straight up, yeah, no, there's no chance for that sweep. I think there still very much is. Do I think it's likely? Yeah, probably not. These are two very evenly matched teams, but how you adapt, how you handle the pressure, it's going to be such a key component. And sometimes teams just don't quite be able to pull it off. So we'll see where we go for this one, as we have 3 minutes remaining in this game. Still only a 1-0 lead. A lot of time left. JPC, though, they're hunting for that next goal off the backboard. YOLO keeps it up high. Teddy Taffy can't put it in.
All right, I've got game audio back just as you finished that, so we're good. We're good here. KPW is going to get beaten out there as the clear comes through. YOLO Brothers facing that back wall, but Teddy Taffy is going to make the challenge on it. Swaz, no boost, can't make anything happen, but maybe that challenge delaying their opponents enough to hold them back. Maybe not either, though. Mollusk can't make the final challenge on this end, is it? Oh, I can't watch. It just dribbles in.
Oh, just Swaz finding a very small window in those offensive rotations, but just enough to hit that shot, go the distance. 2-0 lead in favor of the Oreos. Porcupines, not the start they were looking to see after their lower bracket run. Again, still time left in this opening game. Nearly got worse before it got better. Shot by YOLO Brothers, saved by the Mollusk.
Ooh. Coming off the backboard again, there is a lot of pressure coming out of JPC Oreos. I mean, they really are on top of this. I'm starting to doubt myself on that call that this couldn't be a sweep, because Pressure are just not facing down their opponents as well as I thought they could.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, we know who to keep our eyes on when it comes to this Porcupine side. KPW, that big playmaker. Almost got the big play right there with the dunk. Not quite on target, and now we get to see that break. Look, the biggest weakness that I've seen from the Porcupines has been their transition from offense to defense. They're a little bit slower than JPC, and that's because we've seen two very fast sort of counterattacking goals already. Eventually, I could see this resulting into a team playing a bit more passive, and when you're more passive and when you're under pressure, more likely to make mistakes. Mistakes in a passive gameplay, that could be lethal. That's how you lose games, and that's a trajectory that I'm a little bit fearful of for the Porcupines. They're going to have to break that road off somehow, do a little bit off-roading, get a little bit more dynamic. We'll kind of see how they will look to do it. Only a minute left, though, in game number 1.
Alex does get a good clear upfield, but they have to be able to control the ball. These big booming clears may not benefit them in the long run here if they continually give possession away. It was a problem that they faced down in their earlier series as well. They need to be able to make smaller touches, find each other on field, keep a hold of that ball and make pressure on their opponents.
Yeah, let's see if they're going to be able to find that. Teddy Taffy putting one up. Alex is going to be the one racing back for it. Still 3 defenders now in front of the player. They go for the pinch, and I like that little mix-up. I like the attempt. It doesn't work out, but it tells me that they are going to be trying new and different things moving forward, which they are going to absolutely have to. 30 seconds remaining. Goal required, but not found. This clear should be enough, according to the time we have left in this game, to put it away, unless KPW could have found something there. Bullet Monster actually knocks it out of the way from Alex, and with only 13 seconds remaining, that's GG for game number 1.
That's brutal to watch. The second opportunity that really opened up there for Pressure as well, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. The ball just at too much of an awkward angle. That is a brilliant pass by KPW. Doesn't quite reach the teammate though, and even if it had, would have been only one goal back into that game, which was definitely going the way of JPC Oreos.
Yeah, JPC Oreos, really well done. And it's cool to see Swaz, the player who's been kind of silent on this side, be the one who actually gets the 2 goals. 6 shots taken from them. That's more than the entirety of the Porcupines combined. So really well done for Swaz to make that impact. And that's got to be a little bit concerning, I feel like, for the Porcupines moving forward, because Teddy Taffy and YOLO Brothers, who are traditionally more of those stand-up players on the JPC team, they're still yet to warm up. They're still yet to awaken right now. I can see JPC getting stronger. A lot to ask right now for the Porcupines to come back in this series. This is a must-win game for them. Going down 2-0 could be that death sentence. Let's see how they respond as we head to our second game.
Well, game 2 is underway. The 5 minutes starting right this second. And yeah, as discussed already, JPC Oreos definitely on top here. Pressure are going to have to find answers, and we've discussed it already, the way that they can come back into that. That is not the way to do it, as YOLO Brothers just slams that behind the defender.
Yeah, unfortunately, KPW got a little bit called out right there, just completely out of position to read that shot. Credit where it's due, though. YOLO Brothers just put that one right on point, and with that goal, that's going to be a nice lead in favor of the team in blue. The Oreos picking right where they last left off, and they might even be trying to add to that lead already. Teddy Taffy with the chance, but loses out to Alex.
It's a difficult call to make if you're on that defensive side there, because you're sitting back post, but there's just so much open net there. There were so many options to shoot on, and there was just that little bit of time. So edging forward maybe to look for an earlier challenge than was made might have been the idea. Realized at the last second it wasn't going to work, but KPW opened up behind him and made even more options out of it.
Now let's see if they're going to continue to find more of those options moving forward. At the moment, Teddy Taffy is the one trying to play setup for the rest of the team. Swaz underneath. Doesn't make contact with the ball. YOLO Brothers, despite being the third member, was 3/4 up the pitch right now.
YOLO!
Going for the play, and they will drop it right on in the box. That's a 2-0 lead now in favor of the Oreos.
This is an incredible aerial. What an air dribble. Takes it over the head of KPW there, and just finds the direction needed to sink that one. And that is a great way to make a statement on goal number 2.
Yeah, now a 2-0 lead in favor of the Oreos. That was all they needed in game number 1 to put it away. So pressure right back on the Porcupines to try to find that response. Teddy is going to take it straight over the top, read by KPW. Any follow-up? Yeah, there is. It's coming from YOLO Brothers, and the 2 players who were quiet in game number 1 now starting to wake up as predicted in game number 2. This Teddy-YOLO combination definitely doing its work, keeping the Porcupines on the back foot.
Alex, a good touch upfield there as well. YOLO Brothers should be on top of this. Picks it up and just takes it himself. There's the Musty as it comes forward. Do they find the net? No, YOLO Brothers pushes it to the side and Alex takes control. Don't give it away this time. Try and keep that control. He did make a considered effort onto that, and it's just gone for nothing because that challenge was too good.
Too difficult to pull off, and this could actually lead to the opening that the Porcupines need. They're trying to play it through the corner right now. Middle of the field open. Mullen's shot saved by the squishy out at Teddy. Oh, they just cannot catch a break. The Porcupines again losing out on that opening, and with halfway through the second game, players are having connection issues now, but they still find the goal, so perhaps a bit of momentum yet is to be found.
I mean, if anybody was going to find a home for this ball out of pressure, it was probably going to be KPW, and he makes that move well, slams it home, and now they are still in this exactly on halfway mark in this game. They need to take one more and make that 2 as Teddy Taffy wins that challenge massively here, and that's going to be a kickoff goal going the other way.
Yeah, an immediate response coming from the Oreos, and any momentum that may have been found by the Porcupines has just kind of been put on the back burner, perhaps for a little bit unfortunate for them. But still time to be found in this game. 2:20 on the clock as we watch Swaz go for the challenge. It's going to be thrown down to YOLO Brothers. Gets a nice touch. We'll be with it. Do we get the reset? Yes, we do. And into the net it goes. I think that last goal from the Porcupines just angered the Oreos because now they are on a next level form.
And this is the second crazy goal out of YOLO Brothers. I mean, no incredible mechanics out of the air dribble, I suppose, but it was definitely a difficult ask, the turn involved in it. That one, though, did definitely take some pretty incredible mechanics coming in there. The flip reset used masterfully to make sure that that did make goal, and made it. It did. Now a 3-goal lead becomes very challenging in the last 2 minutes.
And that's the second sort of big-time reset goal we've seen from YOLO Brothers today. I mean, go back to our first series. We had the reset Musty. Good interception by Alex right there. That actually saved the shot coming through from YOLO. 100 seconds remaining, 3-goal differential. I don't know if the Porcupines are going to be able to come back from this one. I think we're going to be going to that game 3 with a match point in favor of JPC, and considering the stakes, again, considering that pressure that's going to be being felt by the Porcupines, it's going to be a tough ask.
I love what I'm seeing here out of JPC Oreos as well. With a bit of a lead here, they have the confidence to open up and try some better and better shots. So there was a massive pre-jump on a pass there. The call was made and the pass was made as well. They almost made a play out of that. That's the sort of stuff that gets some massive clips. That doesn't. The mystery of crossbar. YOLO must have been a pixel off that.
Look, I'm going to say it. I didn't see that pixel miss. I didn't see them nearly get it. I was too busy trying to put myself in position of what would be the worst seats in this stadium. Yeah, trust. That's what I was doing. No, I actually did see that. It was a bit unfortunate. I saw that goal as well. KPW puts a nice touch straight over the top of multiple defenders. 42 seconds, 2 goals. Okay, it's in the realm of possibility, I suppose. Maybe the magic can happen.
Oh, now you've got me looking at the spectators. The little egg seats here, and there isn't a single good seat in this stadium. This is my favorite map. There is not a single good seat here because there is no way you can sit that you will see both goals.
Yeah, no, it's look, this one is not very pleasant on the spectators, I will say this, but I know there's a couple of those seats like directly behind those little huts behind the goals where all you're seeing is stone, and I'm going to say, if I paid, like $50 for that, I'd be very disappointed.
You go for the atmosphere, Max. It's not about the gameplay.
You see literally 0 of the stadium.
It's not the point. I've seen. There's an amazing picture of a guy just sitting directly behind a pillar, but this is. Oh, it's nearly 1-on. Wouldn't have mattered. Again, a 2-goal lead here for JPC Oreos, and that means game 2 goes their way as well. It was over fairly early again in this one, I believe, as well. There was some fight back by Porcupines this time, at least. We did see 2 goals coming out there, but that's tough. And unfortunately, that's all she wrote for game 2 as well. So now on the cusp of victory and going back for the rematch in the grand finals, JPC Oreos are doing very well for themselves.
Yeah, that they are doing 1 game away, and you know they want to get right back up against SBCC because they were able to get one of those victories beforehand, and well, then they wound up losing the series 3-1. But a chance to get back to that grand final, a chance for that bracket reset to force it through. Let's see if they can even get there first. A clean sweep would do wonders for their momentum as we wait for everyone to jump in now. We want to talk about underrated maps, or maps that have only good seating. Salty Shores. I mean, where's a bad seat in those bleachers?
Yeah, you've got to be playing a premium when there's such limited seating. Come on, like that is a small crowd. That's first split RLCS major.
Yeah. I know. You know what? I was looking for that. I love the underrated map in my opinion, and not just because border race in San Diego and it reminds me of home. Teddy Taffy going to get the first goal. I think they agree with me because they just are able to execute this corner with ease.
You know why it's underrated? Because of the day map. It's horrific. It hurts my eyes. It's so bright.
Well, we're not on the day map, so the night map is better. I do agree.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it just looks fun. It's a fun day at the beach, and it's a fun goal for Alex. Tie ball game, 1 apiece.
Alex scores in hopes of it prompting Psyonix to release the Unreal Engine 5 version of this map.
Oh, that would be cool. I would love a sort of remake of some of these older maps.
Max is down trying to lick the sand.
Lick the sand. That is
so grainy.
I'm good. I don't need to lick the sand to know that it tastes salty. 4:13 remaining on this one. Still a nice game at the moment. Porcupines, this is the closest actually I think they've been in. But now Yellow Brothers, a chance to cross them up, puts it high. But Teddy Taffy's there waiting for that. It was all a pass. It was all a setup. And now it's all a point secured by the team in blue.
Tell you who's not salty. Oh, Teddy Taffy. That's some sweet Taffy going on there because they absolutely destroyed that net, sent it, and now they have that 1 lead. Make it 2. An insane flick here from Yellow Brothers.
It's really unfortunate that scoring goals against the Oreo side, all it does is get them to try twice as hard, to get them twice as aggressive, and then all of a sudden they just start running up the scores against you. I'm starting to think like the best way to beat the side is, keep it 0-0 to the very end and get that 0-second game winner, because if you give them time after scoring a point, they'll respond with 2 or 3, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you've angered the beast. You've woken the dragon. And now you're facing its wrath. And that wrath comes in the form of YOLO Brothers yet again. The control in air out of this guy is just ridiculous.
And if we go back to the winners bracket final, how SBCC was able to control YOLO Brothers just came from the experience and knowing how to read and defend against those aerials. But so far in this series, that's something that the Porcupines have been struggling with, and they've just allowed YOLO Brothers to go for like these setup shots again and again and again. The aerial defense just not quite there as YOLO Brothers finds yet another. That is the hat trick, and we're not even 90 seconds into this game.
I mean, we're talking about poor aerial defense, but YOLO Brothers' shots have been the quality that I don't even know if you can call it particularly relevant. Like, he has so much control over the ball in air that, yeah, maybe you would have cut down his scoreline, but he'd be still getting up in front here, I think.
I guess, but I guess what I'm going with is, like, what has been the difference, I suppose, between the Porcupines and SMCC? Like, why was SMCC able to
Well, that's
shut down
that
YOLO?
was my next question. I mean, we just watched these guys get beaten with YOLO on the team. How is that possible watching this match?
It was a bit more of that defense, and as much as I hate to say it, I feel like SMCC was doing a better job at shutting down YOLO by not allowing YOLO to have that space that we're seeing in this one. Because of their ability to sort of read the aerials before they were coming to fruition. Whereas if you've been watching the Porcupines in this game in particular, they're playing a lot further back. They're giving that space to YOLO, and that's something that YOLO is a luxury that they didn't have in the winner's bracket final. And the difference that we're seeing has been kind of disastrous on the scoreboard, at least for the Porcupines in this one. Already halfway through our third game, looking like potentially our final game. It's a 4-goal deficit, equal to what we saw at the end of game number 1. So it still has potential to get worse for them.
Yeah, and I think we saw while you were talking there about the the positioning problem, the space problem on the defensive side of things. We saw some major space giving problems on the aggressive side of things, bumping each other. All 3 members targeting that goal down and missing an attempt. And then you just see quality out like this come out from the other side. I mean, it just doesn't... It seems effortless for these guys. JPC Oreos are just a step above right now.
And at this stage of the game, I have to go back to the points I was making at the start of the series. You know, when you feel that pressure 1 game away from the grand final and it just starts to slip through your fingers, that's when you can see that collapse. And it's been a bit of a collapse, unfortunately, for the Porcupines. They've had an amazing run to get to this point. I do not want to take it away from them. And perhaps on a different day, I could see this squad 100% being up there competing in that grand final environment. But right now, minute 45 remaining, it's looking like this will be their last dance. They will almost get 1 more goal, but even then, Teddy Taffy has it red. It's just not working out, unfortunately, for the Prishill side. They will be coming up short as YOLO Brothers actually makes a save, saying, no, only I score goals in this match.
I can't decide if he was trying to save that or if he was trying to pinch that on the ground and get his own redirect on that. I think it's probably the latter. I don't want to say that they're outright saving, but he was really willing to take the risk. He did save, and now Mollusk Muncher gets 1 back. It's not going to be enough to take this match, but it is good to see them showing some life, showing us what they've got, why they've been able to make it here into, at the very least, 3rd in this competition.
Exactly, and 3rd on our largest season of AEL High School yet is nothing to scoff at. It's been an amazing run for the Porcupines to get this far as they find another. Now, Gex, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but that was a very strong double touch. That's something you can build momentum on.
That's more like the stuff we were seeing out of Alex in round 2 against SMCC. That was a beautiful, beautiful touch.
You know, if they get a goal off this attack right here, maybe, just maybe, we could see something. It's, oh no, oh, whoa.
Yeah, it could have been plausible. Could have.
They tried.
Trying is what counts at this point. It's 40 seconds to go, down by 3, and all you've got is trying. All you've been is trying at times 2, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's going to do it. 30 seconds left, 3-goal differential. We're getting a rematch. I mean, we were always going to get a rematch in our grand final, but it's going to be the rematch of the winner's bracket final. It's going to be the JPC Orioles heading back there. Scoop shot a little bit too tight. Get some help from the defense, though. Not quite an own goal. We've already had a couple of those today. We don't need any more.
Yeah, we take that
13 seconds, though. Victory lap time. The Oreos, they get 1 more shot at redemption.
Oh, and speaking of 1 more shot, Preschel just put a great one on net to finish this off. A good amount of offense right at the last second where it doesn't count. That's unfortunate. If we'd seen more of that, more rotation in front of their opponent's net, for sure they were going to get more goals out of it than they did. But you know, they came up pretty well by the end of that last match. They did show us that they're capable. They've earned their, I believe, they earn for 3rd place here a medal and a certificate for their effort here. 1st place is going to be facing off in a minute, though, and they are fighting for a ViewSonic 75-inch 4K interactive display for their school, which is valued at $8,999 retail.
Yeah,
that's
it's
huge.
a big prize. It's
Yeah,
a big prize
that's
for both
awesome.
the team and for the school itself, right? Like
I'm
that is what
jealous.
they're playing for. And again, a big thank you to ViewSonic for supplying like such a wonderful prize for the winners of this event. It's going to come down to one, possibly two more series, though. A best of 5 with a bracket reset. Should we see it go through that lowers to determine it all? Whew, this is going to be a big one.
It is indeed. I am jealous about that screen, man. Like, I didn't have that at school. I would have absolutely loved to get my hands on that. And I think interactive means, like, you can just draw on this thing. That's really cool. I can imagine some big issues at my school if that was available.
Like, I want one. Can you imagine the breakdowns we could do? Like, if I had one behind me instead of the screen and be like, you know, get
we
that
can draw out the rotational errors.
Yeah. I mean, well, I actually tried a little bit of that recently. I made a little video kind of explaining Rocket League terminology, and I was trying to use a map to describe them. And you know what? I need the practice. I need one of those monitors to practice a bit more, I think, is what I learned at the end of that all. But I do believe we should have a little bit of a break before our final.
Yeah, we will be having a short break, but when we come back, you're going to see that rematch, SMCC First versus JPC Oreos. It went off the first time around. I think it's only going to get closer. SMCC First have had a little bit of time to cool off, while JPC Oreos have been absolutely flogging their way through that last series. They're warmed up and ready to go. This could swing either way. The bracket reset is available to them. If they're going to do it, they have to do it twice, so don't go anywhere. You're going to see if that happens very shortly. We'll be right back. And we're back. Last, or possibly last, series of the day. We have our grand final upon us. There can be a bracket reset here. If JPC Oreos are to beat SMCC first here, we have one more series left in the day. If SMCC first take this, that is it. It is over, and we have our winner. So this is really the most pressure here, I would say, is on JPC Oreos, right?
Yeah, you would have to think so. They got to win not one, but two series against an opponent that's already beaten them. But here's the thing, like coming into this one, both these teams are feeling pretty confident. I mean, Mozzie is talking about how, you know, we ain't going to choke this time around. We have this one, and some stuff about Hazard. So I am assuming, you know, there is a connection there between the logo. Or maybe they're a fan. I'm not too sure, though. YOLO Brothers, I mean, they were hoping for the best of 7. It's only a best of 5. Probably thinking, all right, well, I guess it's a best of 10 now for us. Let's see if we can make this all happen. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be close. I feel like I agree with some of what Mozzie was saying, though, where it's just like, look, as long as we get it done in the first series, we should be fine. If that reset happens, though, I feel like the momentum is going to switch, and I do sort of agree with that take, and it's up to anyone right now. This first series is going to be so important. Word has been given to the players. They can jump onto that pitch when ready, and Clam kind of gets the whole shot on that. Very eager to go. SMCC, are they still going to be warm? Is the momentum with the team in the lower bracket? Gex, it's our grand final.
It is indeed, and we have had some awesome matches to lead up to this. We know exactly what is in store because this is a rematch, and it is the rematch of Kings. SMCC start us off strong. 4 seconds is all it takes for Mozzie to score over the top with that kickoff goal.
And Mozzie, who was the most vocal in that pregame chat, being the one to find that opening goal 4 seconds in, a beautifully executed cheat. Oh, that is exactly what SMCC needed to kind of, you know, quell any of those doubts that, hey, having that extended break, maybe they'd be a little bit cold. I don't know about that one, Gex.
Oh, coming in here, though. This is a very tough match here, I would say, for JPC Oreos. Just knowing that they've got to do this twice, knowing that they have to beat the opponents they lost to once already twice. So it's a big ask.
Oh, that was a little bit awkward. A couple unforced errors, and it nearly gets punished by Swaz. Let's see if they're going to be able to turn it into a point. Shot from Teddy Taffy in the middle of the field. Has 2 defenders on the back wall reading it. Link Mannix at the attempt of the pass across the middle. I'm going to be curious to see how stylistically these two teams change, because, again, one of the big things that I thought SMCC did during that Winners Bracket Final was shut down YOLO Brothers by never giving them a clean avenue. And you can see already YOLO Brothers, every time they touch the ball, I think they're going to be immediately challenged by someone, as we saw right there. Something to keep our eyes on as we move forward in this series, though. How many clean touches will YOLO Brothers be able to find?
Well, we'll find out, because just fixed up the name tags on here. SMCC first actually started off with that first goal there, I believe.
Yeah, it was SMCC. And now they have the second as well.
They do indeed. Link Maniacs gonna kick us off with a second one. That GC tag showing up strong in red there. And you know exactly why he's got that. It would surprise me if there was anybody left in this who hasn't at least hit GC. This is a high quality matchup.
I mean, we already know it's high quality. We've seen them play already this afternoon, right? We know what these two teams can bring. And if we're going to look at, you know, who had the advantage, I mean, assuming it was all one series, it'd be 3-1 in favor of SMCC. They're on the precipice of making it 4-1 as well right now with those 2 early goals. Mozzie now with possession, only Smash the Beat, who is in an awkward spot, comes through on that touch. Barely a save, barely a touch, but enough to get credit for both, I'd have to say. Now Mozzie stuck facing the wrong way. No one wants to challenge the ball. Mozzie's still wound up as the first one towards it. Very kind of awkward play right now, as we're seeing hesitation from both sides.
We are indeed. I mean, there's a lot of nerves here, even for the team with the advantage here, coming in from the upper bracket. It's a lot of pressure. This is the series to win for them.
It is. I mean, it's the series to win for everybody. That final, that chance for
redemption
for the
goodness.
SMCC side, and this is why you need to challenge every one of YOLO Brothers' touches. Clam looking to play something off the wall right there, but YOLO Brothers had it in red and just smacked that one down with authority. That's going to be a 2-1 lead.
I mean, it's hard to deny that Yolo Brothers has some of the best mechanics in this match, if not the best. We saw and we discussed it last series. It should still be goal. Are you joking?
What?
How is this going to win? There's a shot on goal. It's going to go to Link Maniacs. That should not be a goal for SMCC first. That is chaos on field.
I don't like what I just saw from either team. Yeah, okay, SMCC got the goal. That was one of the worst cases of the whiffles I have ever seen.
Oh, the whiffles. It's, I am sniffling over those whiffles.
There was 2 open net breakaway touches just missed back to back. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is even an option in this series right now. Oh, it's incredible that we've seen that out of a series that we promised to be the highest quality here. That's one of the worst things I have seen come out of these.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad we're getting it out of our system in game.
Yeah.
Look, and I did a check.
It's out of the way.
Just to let everyone know, everyone's ping still is good. Highest ping we have on the pitch right now is only 24. Like, we're still good. Everyone's connected.
So it's brain ping.
Yeah. Hey, you know, if that happens, it's been a long afternoon.
It's
and
brain,
again,
yeah.
not to, put too much emphasis on the pressure as Clam gets the 4th of the game for the side of SMCC, but there is pressure here. This is a final. This is the first final, if I'm not mistaken, for JPC, so they're going to be feeling a little bit more nerves than they might normally expect, and then you get those types of unforced errors. But for SMCC, they have been here before. They've tasted victory in the past, and they want to do it again. It looks like they're going to get it in game number 1, but there's still a lot of Rocket League left. Teddy Taffy won't find the point.
He does find a 50, though. It doesn't go particularly well for him, but it will end up in their own control again eventually. However, there is very little time left in this match when considering a 3-goal lead. That's going to go wide across as well. Our prediction here was a bracket reset and then possibly still the win for SMCC first. Yeah. I'm reevaluating that.
I mean...
Well, I just thought JPC Oreos was going to come out of the gates fast, like,
I'll let you do that. Look, we've spent too much time casting, APAC events. It's tradition for the lower bracket team to win it. Like, that's just what happens. Yeah. So many bracket resets, but I guess this high school maybe hits different. I don't know. Game's still not over. Teddy Taffy back within 32 seconds remaining.
Doable.
Also, I'm just going to quickly call out Yolo Brothers here. Nothing to do with the gameplay, but I don't know why you screen tapped that picture of me. I don't know why the quality is that low or what's going on right there, but you know what? I respect it.
I haven't seen this. I need to go and look, but
wait till at the end of this game. I probably shouldn't have seen it.
Oh, 20 seconds left.
One game, Yolo Brothers.
Definitely worth paying attention. Oh my goodness, how are we within 1 now? This is an incredible comeback effort.
Yeah, it's being brought back. It's been a couple defensive mistakes and some powerful shots out of the midfield. First by Teddy Taffy, then by Yolo Brothers. 20 seconds. Kickoff looks good initially. Link Mannix gets their first 15 seconds in play. Double commit on defense. Swaz alone underneath it, but it's Yolo Brothers making the big steps. 10 seconds. Do we see the miracle equalizer?
The clock ticks down. The ball goes high, still a chance, but it's going long. Swaz has to keep this up. He drops it, and SMCC will take the first. And when they got that massive advantage there, it did seem pretty undeniable that they were going to throughout that match. They really, really came up well by the end of that, but there was a pushback. JPC Oreos, if they continue that fashion, they would take game 2.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to apologize to you right now.
Where is this? Where?
What you just said in right now because of the stupid April Fool's screaming man who I haven't figured out how to mute left. Just for some reason got incredibly loud and was screaming one more game or something. I don't know. I can't understand.
Well, there's going to be one more game. He should calm down. Yes. Calm down.
There's going to be at least 2 more.
Exactly.
There's many more games.
Chill out. Oh my goodness.
He told him to chill out, and then he just went in again. Look, I don't know.
He's in your ear. I believe that he's actually in your house, Max. It's not.
I thought my housemate fell asleep again playing RuneScape for the 4th time this year, but no, apparently he was faking it or something.
He's just fallen asleep on the A key, and it's like a text-to-speech.
That would make sense. That would make so much sense. Anyways, here we go. Game number 2, already up by 1. SMCC one step closer to that big championship winning, run. Redemption, the story of SMCC. It's been such a fun one for this squad. And I mean, they are really taking that we don't choke mentality to heart right now. Mozzie even putting it in their name. We do not choke. You got to say it out loud. Sometimes you have to visualize it and you have to put it into action. I think after that late flurry of goals coming from JPC at the end of game number 1, a little bit of reminder doesn't hurt.
Well, a reminder has been needed, and SMCC have to step on this right now. It's a bit anxious for them. Mozzie still has it.
Yeah, it was controlled. That was all controlled. That was all intentional.
I love Mozzie's,
just like
man.
YOLO Brothers right here. Can't get that next touch. Nice save out of Clam.
Mozzie, we don't choke. That is the name to come into this match with.
After last game, can you blame him for trying to get that little bit of rave affirmation? Shot from Lake Mannix is a little wide.
Comes in, Mozzie again off the backboard. Is Teddy Taffy fast enough? Yes, there was no challenge on that at all, actually. Link Maniacs will make a challenge on that one, though, as it goes into YOLO Brothers' lap. He gets a little space here, and that's always dangerous out of him, but it is shut down in the end.
It is, as we're seeing, some plays happening in the corner. Mozzie with that nice pinch over the top. YOLO Brothers, though, the player who stayed back will have that read. And I have mixed feelings about seeing YOLO Brothers kind of starting to play as third man right now because, well, yes, it's giving them more touches, sort of uncontested, but they're still so far away from the play to have that big impact that we've seen in the past. And I do feel like Link Mannix just had a massive save right there. JPC's best chance is to find ways to allow YOLO Brothers to make some of those big mechanical plays, but it's going to be more difficult to do that if they're always in that third man position. But if that's the only way how they can get consistent touches, I don't know. It's kind of like a catch-22 situation almost. YOLO Brothers has to make the play, but to make the play, they need to be in position where they can't.
At least we are seeing this high quality of Rocket League. I meant to shout this out earlier in the stream, but big hello to anybody tuning in from the Acer gaming channel or the Predator gaming channel. Really awesome to have our stream in those locations today, and very proud to see everybody down there as well. So everybody's performing well for you guys. Give it up in the chat.
Yeah, big thank you for everyone who has tuned in to watch this as well. It's always important to support high school esports, in my opinion. Allow this budding sort of atmosphere to grow and grow. Ball across the middle of the pitch. No one there except for Link Mannix, who will put one off that backboard underneath. Swaz will get there first. This has been a long run without any goals. That's a big unforced error. Teddy Taffy down the middle will be read by Clam.
And read away well, and as is the 50. Clem sends it up high. It's actually going to be in. Clem plays the whole field, and that last flick is enough to do it.
Oh, Swaz was in position. They were even lined up. Just an unforced error at an inopportune moment. That will be saved, I'd say 90 to 95% of the time. But it's an unfortunate moment to miss because now SMCC 2 minutes away from advancing not just a match, but to tournament point. Unless the answer's here, Swaz again cannot make contact with the shot.
And he nearly redeemed himself on that as well. But you could see how it happens. Like, that is where the pressure of a grand final comes in. They know what this means for themselves, for their school. And you see a shot coming at you under this pressure and everything seems faster. You just have to go. And that slower shot becomes actually much harder to read.
Yes. Oh, that's an awkward touch.
Oh my goodness.
YOLO's there. You cannot afford to make awkward touches with YOLO Brothers breathing down your neck. Tie ball game, minute and a half to go.
I mean, didn't even have to be YOLO Brothers in that scenario. There was an open net opportunity there. YOLO just had to happen to be the only one in position to take the shot.
It was an awkward touch from Link Mannix. It really was to kind of put it in that position. And now a chance
Oh,
to extend
Swaz.
the lead. Swaz pass back, Teddy Taffy. Too far forward. Still just over a minute remaining, and you'd have to consider this must win for JPC to be in a reverse sweep situation, in a bracket reset situation for tournament points. That seems insurmountable right now. They cannot afford to let this attack score a goal against them. Teddy Taffy has YOLO across the middle. Clam can only slow it down, gets it to the post, but YOLO is there, and it's a late lead for JPC.
Nearly the save there. This is a massive effort out of Clam to make that even come off post, but YOLO was there. If he hadn't been, Swaz was. It was just well covered by the offense there. They had good chase on that just in case. I love to see that. Sometimes you see confidence coming out of a team like SMCC in the position they are, and you'll see them smash that upfield, the kind of, unlikely attempt at save, and you'll just let it go. They were on top of it. They knew they could not let that go.
Yeah, they knew they had to make the play happen, and now with 37 seconds remaining, they need to make the defense happen as well. Look, a game 3 tied 1 apiece, much more doable, much closer to that bracket reset. They just need to hold on right now. Keep your eyes, though, on the SMCC side. I do think they'll have one more shot in them. Could go down to that very end right now. Mozzie actually leaves it for Clam, which I'm a little bit surprised about because Clam has to burn a lot of boost to stay on that play. Lob shot down the middle. Link Manax went for something, but doesn't find it right away. Mozzie keeps it away from Swaz, but then we see the big clear from Yellow Brothers, and that might do it. 5 seconds left.
Could have been a great play there, but Link Maniacs had no boost. Nearly a redirect from Mozzie. Oh, it's held high. 0-second goal is a possibility. Clam still underneath it. It's dropping, and we find ground. It is an even ball game, and that is so important in this first series, particularly for JPC. They have to win this.
Yeah, and it was a nice little comeback as well. Down 1-0 for a majority of that game. Those 2 goals did come through quite late. YOLO Brothers, they found ways to get YOLO Brothers involved, and it came from YOLO actually being a bit more proactive on defense. I was concerned at the start of the series when they were playing a deep third man, but what they were doing that I liked was they were applying pressure and then being the one to be the hunter as opposed to the hunted, and trying to force offensive misplays from SMCC and then capitalizing on it. That second goal in particular, yes, they were more on the offensive side of the pitch, but it was the pressure from the positioning put on Lake Mannix that I really feel like forced that awkward touch that they were then able to capitalize on. So YOLO Brothers doing a fantastic job on the field right now to get JPC back in it, pressure back on that SMCC side. Let's see what happens as we get ready for our third game.
Well, game 3 means at least the middle of this series, if not further, and this is going to be a very, very important one here. I think whoever wins this is probably going to take it. It is too close. Getting out ahead, even by that one game, means that the back and forth will end in your favor at this point in my books.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a very critical game number 3 right now. Can JPC continue with that momentum? Will YOLO Brothers continue to find opportunities, or do we see a return to form from the SMCC side? Off this kickoff, it's looking pretty good initially for SMCC. Link Manax having a little peek, was looking for a dunk, not quite there. A bit more power put into the corner than they were expecting, but on the midfield line, that's where they look to strike. Clam has a play off of the sidewall, no boost realistically to work with, and Teddy Taffy takes it away.
Link Maniac sends it to corner, looked for a second, would have been quite the play had he made it, but that's going to be an open opportunity. Mozzie gets back just in time to stop that being the case. Link will follow that up. A touch comes off the crossbar. Backboard is the savior here for JPC Oreos.
Oh, that's an awkward play. Swaz with an unforced error nearly resulted in a goal. Something that I'm noticing from SMCC, though, where they're struggling a little bit, is a lot of their passes through the side and through the corner are very, very tight and towards the goal. They're not getting that depth up the field that they need to ensure that they're going to be the next player to the ball. So a lot of their setups are fizzling out before they can even find that strike. They need to play a little bit further back from their opponent's net offensively in order to create more opportunities for themselves, because this tight backboard offense not working out for them.
It is not indeed. You say that, but it's still a 0-0 right now. It's not working out as in... No, it's not. It wasn't because of the backboard defense then. Yeah, no, it's not.
That's a... Yeah, That was tough for Link Manax right now because I'm sure they saw Swaz playing forward in their corner, so dishing it to the safety of the corner would not have been safe at all. They really had to put it in the middle of the field and hope one of their teammates could get there first. That's not the case. That's the goal, but that's redemption at the very least. Tie ball game after the kickoff.
And one of the most precise redirects you can get. Link Maniacs reads that off the wall so perfectly. Top Bin's shot. That top left corner just taking a hammering from him, and that means that it's an even game once again. This is neck and neck in one of the most meaningful matches you will see right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is the meaningful match realistically. This is the one that determines our big winner, and it could be Clam with that shot. Yellow Brothers will save it from the box and now looks to go up the distance. Gets it over the top of the second, gets it over the top of the third. No way does Yellow Brothers take it all the way. Link Manax makes the save on the line.
Oh, and that's an unintentional fake by Mozzie, I believe there. As that gets away, it will actually end up back in JPC Oreo's favor. Mozzie commits well onto that. That's going to come out to the midfield. Another commit onto that goes awry as Teddy takes control now. Link Maniacs going to be under that. Look for the bump, but avoided by YOLO.
As we see what Swaz is
open opportunity.
Oh, it's so open. It's so free. It's the lead. JPC Oreos back out in front.
This is so important. I mean, it's maybe a mistake from SMCC, yes, but produced by a big demo on field there. The physical play really coming out of JPC Oreos. And that is something we were asking for in the last series between these two.
Exactly. I always felt like that would be the answer that the Oreos would have needed to kind of bring that series back. Halfway through game number 3, a chance to go to match point, a chance to go to reset point, if you want to put it that further forward right now for the Oreos. They just have to finish putting this one together. Can they hold on defensively, though? Mozzie trying to breach the gap. Does get the demo on the way out, but Teddy Taffy probably not required straight away for this counterattack right now. Swaz does miss it. That forces Yellow Brothers forward. That could force a dangerous counterattack right now. Swaz alone on defense. Link Manax is across the middle, but Mozzie went solo instead, and that means the save will be found.
Oh, an opportunity! YOLO Brothers just makes the save, but that was a shot stolen by a teammate that probably would have made it in with a little higher speed had it been left. It's still going to make it, though. Clam makes it 2-2. This is as close as it gets. Less than 2 minutes remaining.
I mean, you had all 3 defenders in the box, 2 of them playing post defense, and even still, Clam able to find that goal. And post defense becomes a lot more difficult when everything gets super tight in your space because you're not really able to get that fast momentum for the powerful touch when you are stagnant like that. So when it's up close, that does mean that a defender should be able to get there quite in time. Sorry, an attacker, I should say. And now Mozzie with a chance. Ooh, that was almost the go-ahead goal. Still a minute and a half left in this game.
And Swaz just awarded with a really amazing shot and then a really amazing save, but that's going to be a goal. Surely, no, it comes off post. Clam actually missed the shot. Swaz almost sets up for them again. Link Maniacs will make some effort onto that, but taken well away from him there. Link will beat them back to it again.
I don't know if our enthusiastic fan was like super excited or super unhappy about that, but they just started screaming for like a solid 15 seconds straight after that missed shot out of Clam right there. I'm not too sure.
I'm telling you, it's your roommate leaning on the A.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. It's just noise right now. Dude, if it is my roommate with the LCK finals happening later tonight, and I know we're going to be watching that together, and it's going to be a rambunctious evening, perhaps.
It's just going to get everybody hyped, man. They're all like, yeah, they're screaming along with him. Oh my goodness, nearly the shot. What a save by Mozzie.
Also, I'm just going to go out there, like, put this out a limb. AEL high school final. More hype for me than the LCK final, and I don't even care if FKT1 is back, all right? This is the league I've been following. Play through the corner right now. Link Manax going to pass it up that field from underneath. Mozzie actually got bumped by a teammate and lost control. That opened up the middle of the pitch, and YOLO Brothers is the player to take advantage of it. Pass back to Teddy Taffy, intercepted. 8 seconds left in regulation. We could be getting our first overtime of the afternoon.
We might yet.
Or we might not.
On 0 finds the goal. that's going to be an advantage to JPC Oreos. We may yet have the bracket reset, and it's done in regulation time once again.
Oh my goodness, YOLO Brothers on the goal line. Match point now for JPC Oreos. One game away from that reset, and for SMCC, that's got to be a little bit frustrating to kind of lose it out there at the tail end of it all. I thought we were getting our first overtime.
Yeah, me too. I was excited for our first overtime, but apparently not. Something I want to point out there that was really interesting to me was names we were saying far more often. I would say that the understated names in these series so far between these two teams would have to be Swaz and Mozzie. They both stepped up that game. Both of them on either side became almost the most said names in that match.
Yeah, and the thing as well for a player like Swaz, who I think has struggled throughout the afternoon, they're starting to come into form, I think, more and more as we do progress. I mean, less unforced errors in that game than we've seen, yet more consistent touches, and that's exactly what I feel like this blue side needs. They can't be reliant on one player. Everyone has to step up, and can they keep that momentum going? They need to win this game. If they do, we reset the bracket. If not, we go to a game 5. That would be massive as well. Let's see, straight away, Link Manix is putting touches on target.
Oh my goodness. That is an incredible cross-field shot to be within without a bounce. That is a massive start to this. Teddy Taffy so close on it, but how do you predict that even being an effort at a shot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough read to have, and I think that's why they fall a little bit short, though. A chance for a response. Teddy Taffy gets it off the backboard. Swaz was there, but it's a heroic effort out of Mozzie to bring it back. And yeah, I do find it interesting right now that Mozzie started off the series named Mozzie. That's the game they won. Changed it to Mozzie We Don't Choke. Loses 2 games, and now it's back to Mozzie once more.
Mozzie We Might Choke. That should be the name. On backboard now, Mozzie puts it forward. YOLO Brothers, a good attempt here to create some pressure, but they need to keep on top of this. They need to control the boost game, and that's not really been a focus for them here. Now, away to that midfield again. YOLO Brothers, a big flick. Does he get more than one? No, Clam is up in time.
As we watch Lake Maynex put up a lob shot towards the middle of the field right now. Swaz there waiting. Going to try to throw it back over to Lake Maynex. Challenge in the corner, won by the Pink Octane initially. Now, from up above, Clam keeps it away from Swaz. Watch out for YOLO Brothers, though. Just stole away boost from that corner. It's going to be the next player forward for the touch. Is going to try to slow play. It feels backflip, and Clam takes advantage. Now get the pass. 1, 2, 3 defenders off the backboard. Mozzie puts it in, and it's a 2-0 lead.
This is an insane play, and once again, all 3 players beaten out by a single member of the team. Mozzie puts the last touch on, finishes it off. This is awesome stuff out of SMCC first to really bring this back, because they have to win 2 in a row if they want to take this series, this tournament, in this matchup.
Woo! Clam almost got another one right there, but to quickly go back to that last goal, it was a fantastic capitalization by SMCC, and it came off the back of that one awkward backflip from YOLO Brothers that sort of opened that doorway. And to me, that's saying both these teams, they're hunting for those unforced errors now. They're looking for those mistakes, and they're putting themselves in position to try to capitalize on them the moment they happen. So really keep your eyes on what's happening, not always immediately around the ball, but what's happening behind it as well.
Yep. Yeah, were you keeping your eyes on that? Because I sure was, and I closed them in the last seconds there. It was nearly a train wreck I couldn't look away from, but I think I managed.
That was unfortunate. It was a situation right there where I do not believe they were just expecting that powerful of a shot to come from Teddy Taffy at that angle. Really well done, but again, you make one little overextension.
Oh my goodness.
Put themselves in position to punish. Link Manax doesn't find it. Clam doesn't find it. That's a post that should have gone in.
And Mozzie double commit, or he could have finished that off. YOLO Brothers, a big flick there. Link Maniacs will send it up. The communication is starting to break down for SMCC first. There's a route back into this match now.
There absolutely is. Clam, though, will find that lob caught by Teddy Taffy. Swaz with the follow-through. It's actually a weird double commit of a play. Well, though YOLO Brothers is that third member, so clearing it past the midfield might be a bit of a challenge, yet still, they find a way to get that ball to the backward. Here comes Mozzie. YOLO gets there first, gets bumped off, and shot from Lake Manax will be read quite easily by Splaz, who makes it across that middle of the field. Teddy Thappy underneath, 1v1 against Mozzie, makes the defender miss, gets the pass, but too much power behind it.
I know you're saying Link Maniacs, but I keep hearing Link Mayonnaise, and I'm just imagining, like, sausage links just slathered in mayonnaise. Yeah, it's not a particularly pretty thought.
No. Mayonnaise overrated condiment.
Yeah, unless you're talking about Japanese mayo. Link Maniacs.
Japanese mayo,
yeah.
Sriracha mayo. Link Manax mayo.
That's the stuff. He's got the sauce and he puts it on target.
Really nice goal right there, 3-1 lead. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Mayo on its own, bad. Mayo when kind of mixed with something to make it interesting, good. Oh, that demo just saved a goal.
QP, there we go. Nitro, our admins are on it. QP mayonnaise, that's the stuff.
Oh, I'm not sure I've seen that before.
That's the Japanese stuff. That's the the translucent squeezy bottle thing. Yeah. QP's the brand.
Use some of that. Anyway, still a minute and a half remaining. 2-goal lead. One more would put this one out of reach, take us to a game 5, and I can see that one coming, yet it's Teddy Taffy down the middle, trying to play a little bit of spoiler once again. Mozzie crosses up everything. It's a perfect pass to Swaz. Not who we wanted to find. YOLO's shot off target. Swaz's shot saved by 2 players going for the diving save. Panic Mechanics come through for the side of SMCC.
And not for the first time. SMCC first have been holding on to a lead by the skin of their teeth. They've managed to increase it to a 2-goal lead, and they're still doing the same thing with it, though. They are not willing to park the bus on this, even with less than a minute left, up by 2. This is not a defensive game for them. They want this victory to be a point in history. Link Maniacs is the man behind that message, and he's going to send another one home.
We're going to be going to a game 5, Gex, and it's going to be one that is going to be, I think, very, very stressful for both these sides. Going back to sort of the pre-game, I don't want to call it banter. There was just kind of, it was more of a calm discussion, but Mozzie straight up said, if there's a reset, we're in trouble, right? I think it's a pretty much win side for both of these teams right now. Obviously, if SMCC does win Game 5, that's it. Our afternoon's done. We have our champion. But if JPC can take us to that bracket reset, that could be massive as well. It's been such a back-and-forth afternoon between these two teams. I want to get into that Game 5.
Teddy Taffy made a pretty big mistake, gave away possession right in front of the goals, but the shot that comes out goes well high. A mistake on either side. It doesn't matter, though. With no time left on the board, there is not 3 goals coming out of this game. Now, not even one going to lift the spirits here for JPC Oreos. There is nothing left in this match, but there is one game left in this series. We still have a chance at seeing the bracket reset, and SMCC first still have the chance to shut that down. We go one more. It is the full best of 5.
Oh boy, get ready everybody. 5 minutes to determine the fate of this tournament and where we go from here. It's tough to pick who we kind of lean towards right now because, I mean, we've seen JPC find successes now with YOLO Brothers having a more reserved role, absolutely. But in the game where YOLO Brothers is essentially silenced out, SMCC seems to win it quite comfortably. Lake Manax stepped up that game. The unforced errors, it was a little sloppy on both sides, but SMCC did a better job capitalizing on it. I don't know. This is going to be a tight final matchup as we wait for everyone to jump in. I'm a little bit worried. Where is... There they are. Okay, Teddy Taffy taking their time, but they do all get in. Game 5 of 5 in our first round in the grand final. Does it all end here, or do we reset that bracket once more?
Swaz already making an argument against it. Mozzie misses, Clam gets one away, but surely the attack goes on here. There's no real urgency about this. They're not getting any pressure back on, but big errors here coming out of SMCC first. Again, that's what I was going to say. Even with the big victory coming out of that last game, it really was only because both of these teams are only comfortable when they're on top. They don't want to be on the back foot, and nobody's going to be because that shot is going to go just high as well.
Oh, Not enough power on that pass back from Link Manex. Still Clam, though, will play it forward. Mozzie waiting on the outside. Ted Taffy upside down. Means over the top we go. Nice recovery from the Taffy man, and that gets the ball to YOLO Brothers with space. Off the ceiling, doesn't find the second touch. Clam will just throw it right back to a waterfall setup. It's underneath. Mozzie misses. Clam goes high, and the open net stays open once more.
That is... I don't understand how we haven't seen a goal out of this game yet. And you can see the nerves coming through. There's the goal. Every time I talk about there not being a goal, there has been a goal. Like, for the entirety of today. Every time I've mentioned it, there's a goal instantly. I'm just going to stop talking so we get a close match. It's fine.
Well, just wait for the key moment. And then drop that, you know, caster curse on us all, because, yeah. You know, you get to choose when goals are scored. I think that's a very, very strong power.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Oh, across the face of net, Swaz in goal is going to be prepared for this and will take the second touch. No, it's actually a miss. It gets put past Mozzie. No way do you hit that angle. It was so close.
And now, once again, it's YOLO Brothers with a bit of space. Link Manex going to try to play some shadow defense. Passes it straight to Taffy. That's not the touch they needed. 2 quick goals in favor of JPC, and this is exactly where they want to be if they want to ensure that reset.
And this is what I was talking about. I mean, we didn't see a perfect game last time, despite it going SMCC's way. It was only because they were on top. They didn't have to struggle in that back foot position. They get one here again, but it's not off an error-free game, and JPC Oreo is still out ahead. SM60 first are going to need more than just this.
Taffy should have been able to make that read. That's an awkward one.
Absolutely, but it's hardly been an error-free game on either side, has it?
It hasn't been an error-free. There's been a lot of errors on both sides, and it's all about, again, finding your ways to capitalize on them. And now Taffy looking for redemption, has Swaz across the middle, but they won't find the goal. Not straight away. Clam underneath. Days with it. Mozzie will be the next player to play it forward. Gets in front of Taffy. YOLO misread off the backboard. Swaz. Ooh, that third defender may have just saved that goal.
Link provides some pressure. Clam will get back to it. Is it dropped from Mozzie? He does find a touch, and it is good for Link, especially if Mozzie gets the demo, but he's going to actually pass it back himself accidentally there. They do manage to keep control, though.
That they do, but it's only briefly. YOLO Brothers trying to slow it down. Clam will play it forward, gets a wheel on it. Lake Mannix will collect. Teddy Taffy, left alone in the corner, can put this wherever they want, and they just kind of throw it straight back to Mozzie, who couldn't get that midfield boost, and that's going to be relevant. I expect the pace to slow down, and yeah, spacing gets tighter. Clam gets more accurate, and we got a tie ball game with 2.5 left.
And Mozzie got called to go for the bump, collects that demo, and Swaz and makes this impossible to save. It was already going to be tough enough with the pressure there, but the demo coming through just guarantees it.
4 goals already halfway through this game, a 2-point comeback. That is painful for JPC, who thought maybe with that hot start, they were really looking at that reset. Now they've got to find a goal once more. Swaz doesn't make contact for the pass. Clam does make contact on the challenge. YOLO nearly had a gap, but had to pull off of it. That was closer than it may have initially seemed.
SMCC still seeming a little ball chasey right now, even to the point of bumping each other now, as Mozzie tries to collect that boost and runs into a clearly their teammate. The demo and Teddy Taffy could set up Mozzie well here, though. Takes it low, the fake! Clam sends it up, where's the third man, comes through, but just that little bit too late. It's still on, though. Off the backboard, YOLO Brothers will make it safe.
Yeah, but Mozzie now can slow it down. That's not the touch that they needed. That will force Clam to kind of break rotation. Pass back across the middle, but their third member was playing the side somehow, some way. They make it work. Lake Mannix takes a late lead. 1.5 minutes remaining, and it is SMCC out in front.
And it is this somehow cobbled together rotation and positioning out of panic plays, even on offense, that bring SMCC to the lead.
Here we go. Look, we've seen him score 0-second goals already, right? JPC, they are not out till this game is officially over, but another goal may put it out of reach. SMCC, they want to find it. JPC, they want the answer, and here they come. YOLO crosses up the defense, but it's not accurate enough, not on this instance. Just over a minute remaining. Ball still on the orange side of the field. Pressure still being applied. Can they get that late equalizer?
Swaz goes well past as it comes back to the wall. Swaz is actually going to turn on that again with 0 boost. Might not have been the best option here, but I'm not sure what was. I mean, they were losing ball control on that either way.
Let's see what Link Mannix can do. Teddy Taffy goes for the midfield challenge. YOLO's underneath, but Clam is there. Third defender makes a touch, saves the goal, maybe saves the game for now. 45 seconds. Mozzie will clear it across that middle of the pitch. Swaz from behind leaves it for YOLO, who bangs it forward, trying to find Teddy, but it's intercepted away. Swaz again looking for YOLO. This time YOLO will get the ball. Has space. Do they have the play? Clam runs disruption. Link Mannix can only get a weak touch. Teddy is underneath. 30 seconds to go. They need to connect on one of these passes, but they keep getting intercepted in the corner.
There's been some brilliant heads-up passing, a good bump there. We're seeing the physical play come out. Everything is in the works for JPC Oreos. They just can't find it in. It gets saved away by Mozzie at the last second, but they are low on boost now. It's going to come down again near goals. Do they find anything? No, Swaz is going to have to take it to the wall. It's going to have to be a 0-second, or this is all over. No, he's out of boost. He goes high again, but it's the wrong end of the field. One more to cross it down. It's going to have to be the moment of a lifetime. It isn't an SMCC. Take it. They take the game, the series, and the tournament. That is all she wrote. What a game out of SMCC. The 2-goal comeback and the win by 1 point.
It's a redemption over a year, and well, just under a year in the making, I should say. Not since season 2 or term 2 last year did we see SMCC kind of make it to that winners final. And then once again, they get the job done. Congratulations to Clam, Link Maniacs, and Mozzie. This squad, they have won our largest season yet, and that is a big victory for this trio. But to the JPC Oreos, I mean, what a hell of a fight. This squad, they came out swinging. We both believed, Gex, that reset was only a mere few moments away. A couple 0-second goals to get them there. And although it's painful to fall so short, I know that this squad will be back in the future.
Well, that is it. That is our tournament for today. And SMCC, they're going to take it. They are our Term 1 champions for Rocket League. Thank you for turning up, guys. That is an awesome way to finish that series out. It was the barest of wins. They scraped by. It was messy and it was scrappy, but they threw everything they had at it. And what a way to take the win. Oh, there's so many people to thank for a series like that, for a cast like this, for a tournament like this. Our staff, everybody but Max. I think we've got some very special people, of course, to thank as well.
Everybody but me gets thanked. All right, I see how it is.
You're cast.
All right, yeah.
We're cast.
Look, we cast. We have fun. But big thank you, though, straight off the gate to our presenting partner for this event, speaking of casting, Acer/Predator Gaming, providing you for all your gaming and education PC needs, powering this high school league. A big thank you to them. Our education partner, as well as our federal government partner, moneymanaged.gov.au. You can learn all about managing your money and your financial capabilities with them. ViewSonic, our education partner. Upgrade your classroom with ViewSonic's large format of interactive displays. Guess what? SMCC is going to be doing that because that's what they won. One of those sweet ViewBoard software suites for winning this event. A big congratulations again to SMCC, and a big thank you to ViewSonic, as well as AOC, our gaming monitor partner, to get the best gaming experience with their latest range of gaming monitors. And of course, Rig Gaming, our gaming headset partner for the event. Experience the great sound with Rig's gaming range of headsets.
We had a few to get through, Max, because we've had a lot of people, a lot of support coming in for these guys. Everybody cares deeply, I've found, about this high school competition. We know this is the future of esports. We know this is the future of what you're going to see. Like, it's amazing when you see these guys filter into the other competitions. I know some of them have plans to, so look forward to seeing them later on, probably in the other terms here as well. But also, moving into other competitions, everything. Keep on developing your skills, developing that ability to play as a team. Love your friends, love your teammates.
It's only
you will
term 1.
bring it through. It's only term 1. It's early. It's early stage. And if you weren't here, you've got chances to sign up for the next one, so do check out.
Let's make it even bigger. Let's go even bigger than what it was already our biggest event yet. I have to mirror that sentiment tenfold.
Max, I think that's the end of the stream for us. It's been awesome working with you again. It feels it's been fairly far between on casts for us for a while now, so it's always good to get to work with you again, man. Yeah, it was fun. Really, really good display out of the games tonight as well. Even the ones that did blow out. Either way, some really great displays. So thank you everybody who turned up. Thank you everybody in the background, Nitro, for the shout out and the agreements on the mayonnaise statements. We will catch you all next time. This has been the AEL High School Series. That is the end of the first term. We will see you next time. Catch you later.